Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline Kaglar and I am a senior here at Carmel Catholic High School. I wanted to take this moment to welcome you to Carmel. Carmel has been my home for the last 4 years with its awesome football games, caring faculty, kind students, and I hope in the near future it will be yours as well. I know starting high school can be a little scary, but Carmel is such a friendly and loving place that I promise you will absolutely love your time here. We have a saying that you might hear a couple times throughout the day: no one eats alone at Carmel, and that is 100% accurate. One of my favorite parts about Carmel, aside from its awesome community, is the opportunities. You can join just about any club we have here without any prior experience, which is really exciting given how excellent our clubs are. We have an awesome theater department, check out Cadence if you're into singing and dancing, a world champion robotics team, and an amazing broadcast team. On a note of broadcast team, if you are into journalism whatsoever, I highly recommend you check out CDN with Mr. Franklin. Through CDN, I've personally been able to explore student events from a job fair to climate summit, talk about my passion for ethnic food, and discuss current events. Check out my work at jkaglar.com if you're interested. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time talking about how much I love Carmel. I'd rather you guys explore how awesome Carmel is for yourselves. So, with that, thank you very much for listening. I'm Jacqueline Kaglar, and I hope you enjoy your time at Carmel today and consider coming to Carmel as a student soon.
Hi guys, my name is Julia Taylor and I'm a senior here at Carmel, and I'm joined with Maggie McConville and Kelly O'Hara today to talk a little bit about CDN. So you guys, what do you do in CDN? Tell me all about it. What's your roles? What do you guys do here?
So I'm head scriptwriter at CDN, which means that I write all of the scripts, and then I also do the lower thirds, which are the little ticker at the bottom of the screen that shows unrelated news headlines that are like national news, local news, and just give you a sense of what's going on in the world at the moment.
Yep, and I'm a part of the production team, so I make segments for the show.
Awesome. So it sounds like a lot goes into CDN. What's the time commitment like?
So it's a little different for everybody depending on what you do in CDN, but for me specifically, I spend about half an hour every night before the show just writing the script, communicating with newsroom and our tech team to make sure that everything will go smoothly the next morning, and then pulling news headlines from like national news websites and then putting them into our Google Sheets program.
Yep, and for the production side of things, it's usually a bit longer. I would say about at least an hour of work goes into it because it involves sending out emails, getting in contact with people, setting up interview times, and gathering B-roll and all that.
Awesome. So it sounds like you guys are here together a lot. What's the environment like? How do you set up for a show? Talk about that.
So setting up for a show can be a little stressful because we get here at 7:30 and then we have to have a show on at 8. But really, it's just this huge like community work because everybody works on it. Everything that we do goes onto the show, and it's like that same like idea that like the show must go on. So it's great.
Yeah. We all have to like work together because sometimes some people aren't as like they don't know as much about like certain areas such as like editing and that, so they can bring that like material to editors to have that done, and overall it's a lot of cooperative work.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. What are some of the specific topics you guys cover here?
So we cover a lot of different things. One of our big ones is fine arts. There's a lot of people always going on for like band, and like there was an LMEA choir, so we had like some news on for that too. And then we've got I think a couple days a week, our sports anchor, Liam Brown, goes on and he talks about like sports, like Carmel sports. Like for example, the swim team just went to sectionals, so like I'll write like announcements about that. And then like we announce club meetings, like schedule changes, and then for some of the more like in-depth stuff, newsroom does like segments.
Yep. I was about to say, like we have segments such as the one that I do, which is film focus. We also have Caitlin's club segments. We have a lot of different like coverage areas for like everywhere around the school.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool. And you guys are super involved in CDN. I'm sure you're also involved in other things. How do you manage working at CDN while also doing other activities?
So that's a really fun question because I actually only do CDN part-time because I have cadence on Monday and Friday mornings, and then liturgical choir at 7 on Mondays too. So I'm really only physically here in the space on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for me, that just like presents itself as like I have to do the work the night before, and then I have to be really clear about like communicating like this is how it wants to, like it should be said, this is how like this word gets pronounced, and then just a lot of work like outside of just the morning commitment for me.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, on my end, I'm here as a full-time worker because I only miss one day for liturgical choir, but yeah, sometimes like the workload for production that can take some outside of work from what our morning time allows. So
awesome. Well, thank you, Maggie and Kelly, for coming on. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. Taking a look at your football forecast tonight. Against Providence at 6 o'clock, we'll start off with cloudy conditions, 71 degrees, but by the time we get to halftime, we will have thunderstorms, and they will last through the end of the game.
Today will be awesome. We'll have sun all day, getting up to 68 around 2 p.m. Looks like a great day to get out and enjoy it because the next few days will be messy.
Catholic, taking a look at this tornado from Waukegan on Tuesday. National Weather Service went out for the survey and determined it was an EF1 tornado.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Temperatures outside are in the mid to low 30s. Waukegan at 36 right now. Woodstock at 33. Elgin at 34.
And that front is going to lift north of our area. Gulf moisture, I should say Gulf air, because there is moisture, but it's not going to affect us.
And since it is National Willie Weatherman, is Willie out there right now?
Yes,
Willie, come in here.
Willie in.
Willie, come in here.
Thanks,
we want to show our appreciation for you.
Yes, thank you, Willie.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Get down.
Yes.
It's been an honor to know you.
Yep.
This is America's weatherman.
Yes, he is.
Thanks,
Now let's get to a street
Weather
scenes
with
weather
Willie.
update.
Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Willie Gillespie, meteorologist here at Carmel Catholic. Welcome to the Carmel Digital Network News at 8. This is a coronavirus special report.
Welcome, Weatherman Willie. How have you been?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
I've been doing great, but I had a really important question for you because, as you can see, I'm wearing my snow jacket and my winter hat. And I wanted to know if the snow outside was snowman making snow, because I would very much like to make one of those.
Yeah, it's definitely snowman making snow. It's really heavy, really wet. Unfortunately, I mean, you see right now temperature is 38 degrees, so it is going to be melting gradually throughout the day.
Hey, Willie, how you doing today, bud?
Pretty good, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good. How's the weather up there in the studio?
It's pretty nice. Unfortunately, we're going to be under a lot of clouds for the rest of the day. Weekend is not looking so great either. You can see right now at 49 degrees.
Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back. We started off 69 degrees across the area. Partly cloudy skies right now, and a light wind out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour.
Good morning, happy Friday morning. Starting off at 52 degrees this morning, and sunset time tonight has dropped below 7 p.m. 6:55 p.m. is the sunset time tonight. Good morning, happy Friday, Carmel. Sunny right now and 61 degrees. A cool start this morning. A southwest wind at 8 miles per hour.
Happy Friday too. I'm Willie Gillespie. Starting off sunny this morning at 58 degrees. Light wind out of the west at 9 miles per hour. Not a bad way to start off this Friday morning. High temperatures, or current temperatures, I'd say right now, 62 in North Chicago. Out in Rockford, it's 54. So out
Good
west.
morning, happy Friday. We're starting off not too bad. Elmhurst at 59 degrees, DeKalb at 50 degrees, heading up north.
I'm Willie Gillespie. I'm a sophomore. I'm the on-air meteorologist here at CDN, and I'm going to be bringing you the weather every Friday morning to make sure you're prepared for the weather to come over the weekend. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Starting off with temperatures in the upper teens and low 20s. Although at the lakefront, you're in the upper 20s right now. 27 in Waukegan, 23 in Meadowa. Right now, 19 in Fox Lake, 17 in Twin Lakes. Harvard at 16 degrees, and Beloit at 15, down to the South Cities at 30.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's been a crazy 2 years, but we are back on the air for the Carmel Digital Network. This is the news at 8 o'clock. We're starting off with your weather forecast here.
Finally, with your weekend forecast, the one you've all been waiting for.
Weatherman Willie! Willie Gillespie. Right now we are at 66 degrees.
Now, the one you've all been waiting for.
Our most talented
and professional
Weatherman Willie!
Willie Gillespie, it's 60 degrees right now at 8 o'clock.
The one we have all been waiting for.
The one.
And the only. Weatherman Willie!
Happy Friday. Currently mostly sunny skies out there, 68 degrees, humidity at 78%.
Now, for the one you've all been waiting for.
Everyone's favorite weatherman.
Weatherman Willie!
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Right now we are at 60 degrees, mostly sunny skies out there.
Now it's time for
everyone's favorite weatherman.
Weatherman! I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning. Right now, a brisk 41 degrees. There was some frost out there in our outlying areas.
Now for the one you've all waited for.
Carmel's official meteorologist, Weatherman Willie!
Morning, Carmel Catholic. Happy Friday. I'm Willie Gillespie. We're starting off right now at 37 degrees. Cool start this morning. Good morning, I'm Willie Gillespie here with our varsity dance team, and they're going to state for the first time in Carmel history. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
40. There will be a live stream link if you would like to watch.
Good luck, and congratulations.
And now it's time for Carmel's very own meteorologist,
Weatherman Willie.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. 8 degrees right now out there, and we do have a little bit of lake effect snow, which we'll get into in a minute. But right now in Mundelein, it is cloudy.
And now,
It's time
for your favorite weatherman,
Weatherman Willie.
Woo!
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning. 15 degrees out there right now. We have partly cloudy, even some sunny skies out there.
Hey Vance, how's the weather today?
I have absolutely no idea.
Let's ask Willie.
I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning, and we're currently experiencing mostly sunny skies out there. 24 degrees right now.
Have a fantastic, funky, fabulous Friday, Carmel.
Aren't we forgetting something?
What? Like, oh yeah, Willie the Weatherman.
Happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's 37 degrees out there right now, and we do have some precipitation in the area, like we have most mornings this week.
Finally. It's the last edition of the year.
Say hello and then goodbye to your all-time favorite weatherman,
The one and only Weatherman Willie.
Catholic, happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's good to be back with you this morning. We are at 68 degrees already this morning, mostly sunny skies out there. That, we are going to transition into weather. So whoever is in our control room, can we transfer our camera to weather? All right, and for the first time, actually since 20... Against Providence at 6 o'clock, we'll start off with cloudy conditions, 71 degrees, but by the time we get to halftime, we will have thunderstorms, and they will last through the end of the game.
Today will be awesome. We'll have sun all day getting up.
40. There will be a live stream link if you would like to watch.
Good luck, and congratulations.
And now it's time for Carmel's very own meteorologist,
Weatherman Willie.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. 8 degrees right now out there, and we do have a little bit of lake effect snow, which we'll get into in a minute. But right now in Mundelein, it is cloudy.
And now,
It's time
for your favorite weatherman,
Weatherman Willie.
Woo!
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning. 15 degrees out there right now. We have partly cloudy, even some sunny skies out there.
Hey Vance, how's the weather today?
I have absolutely no idea.
Let's ask Willie.
I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning, and we're currently experiencing mostly sunny skies out there. 24 degrees right now.
Have a fantastic, funky, fabulous Friday, Carmel.
Aren't we forgetting something?
What? Like, oh yeah, Willie the Weatherman.
Happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's 37 degrees out there right now, and we do have some precipitation in the area, like we have most mornings this week.
Finally.
It's the last edition of the year.
Say hello and then goodbye to your all-time favorite weatherman,
The one and only Weatherman Willie.
Catholic, happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's good to be back with you this morning. We are at 68 degrees already this morning, mostly sunny skies out there. That, we are going to transition into weather. So whoever is in our control room, can we transfer our camera to weather? All right, and for the first time, actually since 20... How are we doing this morning, guys?
Fantastic.
Really
Good, good. See, we've got some posters here. This is for Powder Puff.
Yeah,
Give
it's game day, baby!
Yeah!
And again, as always, we do apologize if we blow out any speakers there. As always, so good morning, guys. Thank you for coming on. It wouldn't be Friday without you.
You know what day it is, Willie?
It's game day!
Stefan, I hope our equipment is not fried back there. We've got Earth and Hangry Bird with us this morning. Earth, you want to talk a little bit about the climate?
Well, if you can't tell, there's been some changes.
Yeah. Good morning. I'm Willie Gillespie, anchoring the Thursday show this morning. Aaron and Hope are out. They have a world history test with Mr. Smith. Well, welcome to the CDN News at 8. It's 8:03. And right now, the snow is coming down at a pretty good pace. It's slowed down just a bit over the past minute or so that I've been out here, but just a few minutes ago, it was really coming down. Good morning, Hope and Maddie. It's cold, really cold. That's pretty much the forecast. Take a look right now, 24 degrees out there, mostly cloudy skies. Live outside on our weather deck here in the courtyard, and we are currently all snow right here in Mundelein. It's funny, I was coming in around 6:45 this morning, and it was a mix of snow, rain, and sleet, but now we've transitioned to all snow this morning.
Also, a very special happy birthday to CDN's own Chief Meteorologist Willie Gillespie. He is turning 18 years old today. If you see him in the halls, please wish him a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Willie. That's all we have for today. I'm Aaron Risley.
And I'm Vance Conway. Have a terrific Tuesday, Carmel.
Hi, I'm Bridget Call, and I'm here with Audrey Deck to talk about Student Section. So Audrey, can you tell me a little bit about what you do with Student Section?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, I applied to be a Student Section leader, and then I was accepted to be one, and I'm on the committee that helps with social media, as well as on the committee that helps with the pep rallies. So for social media, I just help coordinate with the other members of the committee on what we're gonna post, and we reach out to team captains about games. And then for the pep rallies, we meet as the pep rallies get closer before school, just to figure out what the games are going to be, how we're going to introduce the sports. I think we last pep rally, I was in charge of the sophomore class, so I was a spirit builder. So just a lot of stuff like that, just getting the student body engaged in Carmel and the sporting events, and just filling us up with Carmel spirit.
So how hard has your job been, especially with the football games?
It hasn't been too bad because it's fun. I think if you like it, obviously, it's going to be super fun. I remember the first game was really stressful because it was my first game, obviously being a student section leader, and I was in the aisles trying to get the underclassmen excited. So that was stressful, but once I got into the hang of it, it was such a blast for sure.
How often do you guys meet to go over student section stuff?
So we only had one big all student section leader meeting. The rest of it is really up to the committees. I mean, we're going to meet, but like I mentioned, the pep rallies. The pep rally committee, we met before school, maybe 5 or 6 times before the pep rally.
So how did you become a student section leader?
So at the beginning of the year, Ms. Budress sends out a Google form to every senior in the school, and you just check what spots and committees you'd be interested in, and then just write a couple paragraphs on why you think you'd be a good student section leader.
Is it only for seniors?
It is only for seniors,
All
yes.
right. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with CDN.
Theater has been a number of things, definitely. I've seen theater as just a really nice community to be in, and it has helped me meet a lot of people. It has also been an extracurricular activity that I've really enjoyed. I've really enjoyed acting and singing. Theater has definitely helped me grow in that, it exposed me to a range of emotions and stories that, are so creative and colorful. I'm not really a fan of reading all the time, but, acting and watching somebody play out a story is interesting to me, and it really gets to me in that way. It never really occurred to me how much Carmel served as a home to me. And at first, I had felt like I didn't really belong, and it just took a little bit for me to find where I belonged and really feel comfortable. I'm a really strong believer in, you end up where you end up, and that there's a string of fate, or God has a plan for us, and I really believe that I was meant to be here for my 4 years of high school.
Hi guys, my name is Julia Taylor, and I'm here with Ms. Kurger and Sarah Jenkins. Can you guys tell us a little bit about what you do here at Carmel?
Yeah, so my name is Ms. Kurger. I am the campus minister here at Carmel, and so my primary role, I wear a lot of hats, but my primary role is dealing with the Christian service program. So I deal with students' Christian service hours. I also help out with liturgy, retreat program, pretty much anything campus ministry. I'm involved in that.
Then I'm Sarah. I'm a senior here at Carmel. I'm involved in a lot of activities. I do volleyball, and then I do some choir and theater things, and then I'm also in a lot of different clubs.
Awesome. So here at Carmel, we have all school masses basically every month. Could you guys tell us a little bit about that and how you help set up for those?
Sure, yeah. So I'm in liturgical choir, which is we sing at Mass. And the Mass is such a special part of the Carmel tradition because it's really a place where the community gets together to celebrate the Eucharist.
Yeah, so as Julia said, we do have all school Mass once a month. And it's, as Sarah said, a place where the community can kind of gather together to celebrate the Eucharist, whether our students are Catholic or non-Catholic. My primary role is, again, setting up for the liturgy. I primarily work with the students who serve as extraordinary ministers of communion, and Julia is one of those. And so we have a lot of student involvement in the Mass, and it's really definitely, I think, the highlight of a lot of students' weeks when we have an all-school Mass.
Yeah. So here at Carmel, we have a service hour requirement that we have to get done before you can graduate, and Ms. Kurger here is in charge of that. Ms. Kurger, can you tell us about the requirement?
Yeah, so here at Carmel Catholic, we have a Christian service program. And a lot of people think the reason we have it is because simply we're a Catholic school, but it's really based on our founders. So Carmel is founded by the Order of Carmelites and the Sisters of Charity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And the charisms of the Carmelites are community, prayer, and service. And the core values of the BVMs are charity, education, and justice. And so service and justice, freedom, education, charity, and justice. Justice and service are like the core of our of Carmel Catholic. It's the foundation of our school, which is why we have a Christian service program. It's the reason why our students are involved in service, because it's really important to our founders. So the requirement of the Christian service program is 20 hours every academic year, 80 hours total by time a student graduates at Carmel.
Yeah. And that might sound like a lot, but if you're involved, we have a lot of different ways that you can get those hours done. Sarah, could you tell us how you get all your service hours done?
Of course. So one of the things I do to get service hours is I sing at my parish every week. So I get 2 service hours every week that I help out with that Mass. There's also some very popular places where you can sign up for service hours. We have Feed My Starving Children is always a very popular one. There's also Bernie's Book Bank, which is helping to bring some books to the community around us. And then another one that I do is it's called PADS Lake County, and it's we make lunches for the homeless, and then they're distributed all around our community. So
awesome. That's really cool. And then another thing that we have here at Carmel are different retreat programs that you can go on and participate in. Ms. Kurger, could you explain those to us?
Yeah, so the retreat program at Carmel Catholic, we have Freshman Retreat, which is a full day at school where our freshmen kind of get to know each other and get to know the school a little bit more. And the themes of that retreat are belong, believe, and become. And it's led by a number of senior leaders, and then it culminates with a Mass at the end of the day where our students receive their brown scapular. And then sophomore and junior retreat currently is under review per the strategic plan. And then the retreat program culminates in the Kairos retreat, which is the senior retreat, which is a 4-day, 3-night retreat where students really just get to learn more about themselves, about others, and about God in a new and deeper way.
And Sarah, you just went on Kairos and helped to lead the freshman retreat. How were those experiences for you?
I just found it as like such a special time for the Carmel community to come together, whether it's seniors and freshmen or like your senior class. And I just got to know so many more people. I got to bond with my classmates, and I got to grow closer to God and others.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on, Ms.
Thanks,
Kurger
Julia.
and Sarah. We'll be right back. Good morning, Carmel Catholic.
Tomorrow, August 17th, is our first all-school Mass together.
And it's the Mass of the Holy Spirit. At this time of prayer and worship, we ask God to bless our school year and for the Holy Spirit's guidance and wisdom for all that we do.
Since this is a special and sacred moment, we want to emphasize 2 Carmel values, reverence and enthusiasm.
At CCHS, one way we live out reverence and enthusiasm is through Carmel Mass.
We believe that it is possible for these two values to coexist.
Christ is our light, our joy, and our salvation. Therefore, our enthusiasm and happiness have a place at Mass.
And our participation at Mass is one of the most sacred things we do here at Carmel Catholic.
And so, sometimes we will be enthusiastically singing together,
Or at times we may be asked to be silent, attentively praying and listening to what is being said,
not on our phones.
This is a time to be present to God and each other. You know, it is said that one of the things we do well at Carmel Catholic is pray.
Let's pray well together, Carmel. And to get into the spirit of Mass, for tomorrow, students may wear any red shirt with uniform bottoms.
Red tops, but with uniform bottoms.
Hi, my name is Maggie McConville. I am a junior here, and I'm here with Damien Raffi, a sophomore. So, Damien, could you talk to, I know that you had a sibling last year who graduated. Could you talk to me about what that was like to go to school with her?
Yeah, so my sister Camille was a senior last year. So I don't know if this goes for all students, but me and Camille were involved in like pretty much all the same activities, choir, theater, all that jazz. So it was just like a lot of fun getting to just like getting extra time to hang out and like develop a closer relationship with your siblings. And another nice thing about having a sibling at Carmel is that it sort of gives you like a good rep with everybody, really.
Yeah.
Like teachers will like know your name and they'll be like, oh my gosh, do you have a sibling that went here? And you'll be like, of course, yeah, I did. And it's just like a lot of fun, you know, like the flashbacks, I guess, for lack of a better term. So yeah, it's just like a lot of fun to get to develop a further relationship and just like the little things that people remember.
Cool. You mentioned doing like theater and choir. Could you talk to me a little bit more about what activities you're involved in?
Yeah, so this year I'm in Cadence, Carmel's show choir. I'm in liturgical choir, which is our church choir. I'm in our fall play Holes. Not Holes. Holes was last year. Clue. And I'm hoping to do the musical later this year. I'm also involved in Street Scenes, our student show. Yeah, I'm involved in quite a lot of stuff.
That's so fun. What do you do academically? Like, what's some of your favorite classes or like some advanced ones that you're taking?
Yeah, so I'm going to start with my advanced class. I'm taking AP World with Mr. Smith, and okay, apart from what people say, AP World, yes, it's a challenging class, but it's actually like Mr. Smith makes it so much fun. He makes it like he adds in like little jokes and comments which make it easy to like remember stuff, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's definitely a challenging class. It pushes you, but if you put in the work, then I'd say it's pretty
rewarding?
Yes, rewarding. Yeah.
Cool.
Other than that, I'm in Algebra 2 honors, UCP religion, honors English, all that jazz. My elective is French 2 honors. French is honestly like one of the best classes. It's so
I love French.
It's so entertaining, and it's really like it's kind of like I don't know the right word, but it's cool to get to learn a second language because you can see how it kind of like plays out and affects your other academic activities, for lack of a better term.
And then it's like super fun to like learn about like all the different like cultures and then like the celebrations that France has and that we don't.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's all that we have for today. Thank you, Damien, for coming on and talking to me.
Thank you, Maggie.
Hey guys, welcome back to Round the Roundabout, the show where we ask people random questions in the roundabout at the end of the school day. My name is Julia Taylor. We got Mark Fisher on the camera. Let's hit it. Red or green apples?
What?
Red or green apples?
Green.
Why are school buses yellow? Yes. What's the best food in the cafeteria?
The wraps.
Definitely the wraps.
I agree. Ashley, what's the best food in the cafeteria?
The caramel cookies.
Red or green apples? What? Red or green apples?
Red.
Okay, bad. Red or green apples?
What are green apples?
Red or green apples?
Red, of course.
Why are school buses yellow?
To be visible.
Okay, okay. Red or green apples?
Yellow.
Okay. She's unique. What's your favorite uniform color polo?
Red.
Hey! Why are school buses yellow?
So you can see the bus in the street.
What parking lot has the worst drivers?
The juniors.
Red or green apples?
Green for sure.
I agree. Hey, why are school buses yellow?
Because you can be seen.
That was good. What's your favorite color polo?
Color, blue.
Hey, good one. Okay. What's your favorite polo color?
Red.
What's your favorite food in the cafeteria?
I don't eat in the cafeteria, but I have had those pudding cups.
Okay.
Those are good. But I don't eat in the cafeteria.
What's your favorite polo color?
What?
What's your favorite polo color?
Probably gotta go with the pink.
Pink? Okay. That's a new one. Which parking lot has the worst drivers?
Probably the junior lot, because I'm in it.
What's your favorite polo color?
Blue.
Blue? Okay, good one. What's your favorite food in the cafeteria?
I get a spicy chicken sandwich with regular buns. I go American cheese, bacon, lettuce, onions, chipotle mayo. Oh, I forgot the pickles. Chipotle mayo and ranch.
Okay, great.
With a side of Doritos.
Okay, awesome. What's the best food in the cafeteria?
I ain't gonna lie, that spicy chicken sandwich hit different.
Okay. What's the best polo color?
Red.
Blue.
Okay, great. Red or green apples?
Oh, red, 100%.
Red? Okay. Red or green apples?
Red.
What's the best polo color?
Navy blue.
What's the best polo color?
Pink.
Hey. Why are school buses yellow?
So you can see them.
Good one. Red or green apples?
Red.
There you go. Why are school buses yellow?
Because you can see. I don't know.
What's the best polo color?
The best polo color? Me, I'm the best polo color.
No, what color?
What's your favorite polo color?
Navy blue.
What's the best polo color?
Blue.
Red or green apples?
Green.
Green? Yeah. Okay. We've got half and half. What's your favorite color polo?
Blue.
Blue. We got a lot of blues. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Beagle. I'm joined with Deshawn and Brianna. Say hi.
Hi.
Deshawn is a senior and Brianna is a junior, and today we're going to be talking to you about our fall play, which is Clue. So tell me, who do you play?
So I play Scarlett.
And I play the motorist and a backup cops because I'm in both casts.
Yeah, so basically we have two casts here in the fall play, which is Cast A and Cast B, and Deshawn happens to be in both. Tell me a little bit about that.
So being in both casts, it's not like too much work, but you know, it's cool to be with everybody, like for both casts, but I can't pick which cast I like better. But it's so fun. Like I love being with everybody.
Yeah. And Brianna's in Cast B along with me. I also play Mrs. White. Tell me what it's like.
The community for theater is great. Being in Cast B, it's a different dynamic when there's two casts. So I love getting to sit and watch Cast A do it, but I also love going up there and like seeing Cast A's like reactions to what we're doing, and it's just overall super fun dynamic having two casts.
Yeah. So the Clue is all about like a murder mystery. So your character, can you describe them a little bit?
So mine is like, I don't know, my character, he gets killed.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. He gets killed. I think he's just like, he's not nosy, but he's just like like what's going on. Like he's
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Like he has no clue.
Okay.
And then my character runs a non-governmental agency that handles classified affairs in Washington. And basically, she's very much the type of person to like question. She always wants to know what's going on, and she's always like curious and asks a bunch of questions, and like is trying to make all the connections of like everyone's characters and just like where everyone was at certain times.
Yeah. So a little bit about a backstory of Clue. We're all kind of different people. Like we have no clue who each other are. Like get a clue, and we go to this mansion, and we're all just kind of like, what's going on? And we find out that there's someone who's been blackmailing all of us. So we're all kind of confused. What would you say is the biggest turning point in the show?
I would say that it's probably right after, I think it's like as soon as scene, actually I don't know the numbers, but I think it's right after everyone comes back after searching the house. Because then we've all like kind of made our own discoveries and we all have like questions, but we're just not saying them yet. And then that's at the end, it's like when everyone says what they found, and it's really fun. So I feel like that's when everyone's starting to like process what's actually happening. And a lot of murders happen during that little
Yeah,
section.
so why do you think everyone should come see Clue?
I think everybody should come see Clue because obviously it's fun, and it would be like kind of like you'd be curious like who did it. Like I don't know, I just like feel like it would be exciting to like find out who did it at the end of the show, because I think you find out.
Yeah.
Like you find out who did it at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So I think that would be exciting.
And can I add something? Yeah. So and like first of all, the set is really cool. So the set for this show
Come
really
see it. We
come
worked
see
so
it.
hard.
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, everyone here has worked so hard. We've been going to rehearsals super late. We have a rehearsal actually on Monday, which is tomorrow, from 1 to 9. We put in a lot of work to put on these shows, and we only get 3 of them. So come see the show.
Especially like even if you're friends with just like not even just cast members, but especially crew or
Crew's
like
worked
writing,
really
anyone,
hard.
they've all worked so incredibly hard. We thank you all so much. Tell me a little bit about how rehearsals have been, especially with 2 casts. It's probably a little confusing to people, so tell me a little bit about that, Dana.
So basically, one cast normally goes up and they do the initial like blocking of it, which blocking, if you don't know, is just like where you go and when you go somewhere. And then the other cast, they watch, take notes while the other cast is up, and then they go up and they do it and they clean anything up that needs to be cleaned up. That was the initial blocking process, but now it's like we've done rehearsals where it's just cast A does the first act and cast B does the second act, but we've also been doing ones where cast A does the whole show, we sit and watch, and then cast B does the whole show, and we get notes, and notes basically I think notes apply to like everyone
yeah.
And it's really helpful to just see like what your counterpart is doing and just like have another person to talk to about what they're doing and like just bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah. Deshawn, tell me a little bit about what it's like when it's the other cast and you kind of get to see the different choices everyone gets to make.
I just feel like the different choices that everybody gets to make is like, like when people ad-lib, like it doesn't have to be the same. Like you can talk to your other person, like if you're playing the same cast, like different casts, like you can talk to the other person, but like I just feel like, because the other motorist, I like get notes from him too. So I think that's really exciting because like what if I'm doing something wrong and I just don't know? And I get to talk to him and like it fixes everything. So it's good to have 2 casts, to be honest.
Yeah, so a little bit about it. So cast A performs on Wednesday for the middle school show. And Thursday, sorry. And we get to actually go watch. What do you think it'll be like seeing the other cast perform? Like, what will be going through your mind?
It's so fun. It's honestly, I really like watching the other cast, because then you're like, oh, I really like how they did this, so like I'm gonna do it. And I just have so much fun just like watching my friends and like supporting them. And that's what's so nice about 2 casts. I feel like I can actually, instead of being in one cast, which is always fun, but I feel like I can really support the other cast and like cheer them on.
Yeah, so it goes Thursday night is cast A for the middle school shows, and then Friday is cast B, and then Saturday again is cast A, and then Sunday closing night is cast B. So the set has taken a lot of work. What is your favorite part about the set, if you had to pick one?
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
So basically, there's like the turntable, but in the back of the turntable, it's like the cave. So like during the show, like you can sit back there and like listen to everybody else, and like I don't know, that's exciting. Like, or like if you don't do much in the show, like you can go help crew if you really wanted to. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
I really like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a trap door somewhere on the stage, and I get to find the trap door in the show, so I really like that because it's just really cool and like no one's expecting it, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool tips and tricks and
Hidden
you guys,
things.
Yeah, hidden things, a lot of jump scares if you were to say that. So we think that you guys should come see the show if you can, any night, Friday through Sunday. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you guys.
Okay, come see Clue.
Yep.
Charlie Hosselson. I've been in drumline and marching band for 4 years.
Oh, I'm Matthew Burke. I've been in drumline and marching band for 2 years.
What drums do both of you play?
So I play the tenor drums. It's got 4 drums and then a Spock in the middle.
And I play snare, which is just the one.
And have you guys made any friends through drumline?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I'm pretty much still in contact with all the other members that were older than me. Lucas and Luke especially, they were kind of I would say a mentor for me and really helped me get better. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, last year, senior graduate last year, he really took me under his wing, and still in contact with him. It's great.
When can we see you guys next?
So at the next football game, which is 2 weeks from now, from Friday.
Hi, I'm Ryan Phoenix. I'm joined by Mrs. Titterton. We're about trips.
Yeah.
You're head of I believe, the environmental club.
Yes.
Where did you go last year?
So last year we decided to go on a trip to Iceland. Iceland is known as the country of fire and ice, and they're one of the most sustainable countries in the world. So it was really cool. Yeah, so it was really cool to take our students there and to learn about geothermal energy, hydroelectric energy. We went and saw glaciers. We learned about tectonic activity. And it was just a great experience to learn about another culture and how you can live a sustainable lifestyle.
Is there a trip this year?
There is. This year we're going to Italy on a STEM tour. And it's not like your typical Italy trip, like most people might think of, like, oh, I'm gonna go shopping and go to Rome. Italy actually has some phenomenal design and engineering. And so we're gonna really focus on that aspect of Italy. And so we're gonna go to some phenomenal factory tours. We're gonna see Ferrari, Lamborghini, Pagani. So there's a few other Ducati, so car and motorcycles, and see how they're designed. We'll learn about the physics behind the design. And then we'll also do some cool stuff like go to the World Food Museum and take some classes on cooking. And then we're also going to Venice.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna learn how they make gondolas, like the centuries-old craft and engineering of gondolas. And the last night, I'm really excited, we're gonna see a Vivaldi Four Seasons concert in period costume in Venice.
Wow. So you mentioned factories. What exactly at these factories are we going to be learning about?
Yeah, we'll have factory tours, but we'll also learn about the design process. And so, especially for students who are interested in engineering or any facet of manufacturing design, it's an interesting process to learn about. Like, how do you develop a new product? What impacts the design of that new product? How do you make those design decisions?
Interesting, interesting. And why should we, as a society, be interested in STEM and sustainability?
I love that question, Ryan. It's really important. I think first, just speaking about sustainability, we know that we're starting to meet our planetary constraints. And so we have to think about how do we consume less? How do we consume less energy? How do we become more efficient? Even making those simple choices can have a huge impact. I know people may not believe it, but it actually makes a huge impact. And then when we think about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, those are the areas where we can make a big impact in terms of designing new ways for transportation, designing new ways to heat our buildings or to cool our buildings, designing new ways to actually just run our infrastructure and our lifestyles so that we have less of an impact on the planet. I will say, that is the focus of our field trip is this STEM, but we need everyone at the table, right? If you're an artist, if you're a designer, if you're a storyteller, everyone has to be at the table when we start talking about sustainability. So if you're not necessarily an engineering student, right, you're always welcome on these trips with us because if you're interested in this topic, that's great.
Wow, that is so interesting. Thank you so much, Ms. Titterton, for coming on. I'm Ryan Phoenix. Back to the studio.
Good morning, Carmel. I'm here with Kate and Julia, and we want to talk to you about an event that Campus Ministry is sponsoring tomorrow night at Carmel. So Julia and Kate, can you tell us about that?
Sure, we just wanted to invite you guys all to a candlelit rosary walk tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to be at 7 o'clock outside the chapel Thursday night. We're going to pass out rosaries, and there's going to be guides walking everybody through the campus, and we're just going to all pray together.
And maybe can you tell us a little bit about the rosary? What is the rosary prayer?
Yeah, the rosary is a prayer honoring Mary, and it just reflects on the life of Jesus Christ.
And we think this event is really important because it gives us an opportunity to slow down and reflect, especially during this busy homecoming week.
And that's a good point because we're moving so quickly, and maybe you're feeling like you just want to connect with others and with God. And here's an opportunity to come out and join us as a community in prayer. And you know, Mr. Franklin was mentioning too that there will be candles out there. Can you tell us about the candles?
Yes, there will be candles. So the candles just represent how Christ is our light. So
Amen to
yeah.
that.
Amen.
Christ is the light of the world, as we are reminded in the Gospels. So good. Thanks for being with us this morning, and we hope to see you out there. All are welcome.
Hello, Carmel Catholic. My name is Jane Hampton. I'm here with Carissa Christan and
Olivia Bantz.
Olivia Bantz. So, what classes do you take at Carmel?
I'm in Algebra 2 Honors, and honestly it's my favorite class if I had to pick one.
Why is it your favorite class?
I feel like I've always liked math, and I feel like my teacher is just Miss Hertigan. She's really, she just has positive energy.
What's your favorite?
I would say my favorite class would have to be my English class because my teacher is very enthusiastic and a very good teacher.
What made you choose Carmel?
Really just the strong community here. I feel that I was just drawn to all the people here and the energy that Carmel gives.
I'd say the same thing. When you go to different schools, you don't see the same energy coming from, you don't see the same kind of community, the same kind of kindness, and just faith in general, like everyone with their faith.
What do you guys do outside of Carmel?
We were both on the freshman volleyball team. I feel like it really helped bring us together more as friends and just have a stronger community here at Carmel.
We started our team season before the actual start of school, so we already had a lot of things in common, and we already had friends coming in the first day of high school.
What's it like being on the team?
An experience. It was an experience. I feel like we did grow as kind of a family and a group of girls.
What's your favorite thing about Carmel?
The food.
The food.
What do you get from the cafeteria?
It depends on the day.
So like what day?
Okay, so let's say a day I'm pretty hungry.
Right.
I'll go and I'll get a cookie, and then I'll get the mozzarella sticks. And then if I'm feeling really hungry, I'll go and get some like chips.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
That's not a
I
lot.
think the pizza's really good too. The pizza.
That's the only thing I agree with.
Oh?
So if you could give some advice to like an 8th grader coming into Carmel, what would it be?
Just do things like play a sport, join a club, and talk to new people like in class. Everyone's pretty nice, so I feel like it's good to have those friends.
Don't feel like you're being you're being judged coming in on the first day, because everyone's thinking the same thing. Every incoming freshman is thinking the same thing. So just go be nervous with another nervous person and make a friend.
I think that's all the questions I have. I think that's it.
Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kelly O'Hara with CDN News at 8. Today I'll be interviewing Ronnie Cho about being an Americo student and coming to Carmel Catholic High School. So, Ronnie, what is Amerigo exactly?
So, Amerigo is an international organization that gives international students chance to study abroad in other countries like US or Canada.
Today I'll be interviewing Basil about the Amerigo program. So, Basil, what is Amerigo?
Basically, America is an educational provider who helps students from abroad to get introduced to high schools in America and help them to get here.
How long have you been a part of Amerigo's program?
So, this is my 4th year of being a part of Amerigo's program. I had 1 year in middle school, and this is my 3rd year in Carmel.
It's my 2nd year here. I started since junior year.
Where exactly are you from?
Korea, South Korea. Yeah, not north,
Okay,
south.
Which town or city are you from?
So I'm from like a region named Gyeonggi-do, Seongnam-si, Pangyo.
I'm from Russia.
God, where in Russia are you from?
Actually from Samara, but I lived my whole life in Moscow.
What made you choose Carmel?
So there are 2 big reasons. First of all, I heard it was like a really good school. And second of all, some of my family live in Chicago, so I thought it was a good, opportunity to live in here with them.
Basically, I wanted to live near Chicago because I really like the city, and Illinois was the only choice, so here I am.
What sports and activities are you a part of?
So I'm in part of a Korean club, gardening club, environmental club, Star Wars club, and yeah, that's basically all of it. And some honor societies.
I am a part of art club, and I'm religious in art, and I even was in our art festival.
Nice. And I heard that you got first place for the senior class, right?
Yeah, for senior work, yeah, I did.
What is your favorite part about coming to Carmel?
So I think it's about being a part of like a large school community with a lot of friends because I have none back at Korea. I'm really happy to make a lot of friends here.
I think it's just to getting to know American education system and people around me. They're very nice.
Was it hard for you to adjust to coming to Carmel from your previous schools?
Well, actually my parents and the Amerigo guys did most of the job for me. But yeah, it was kind of complicated, so I would say it wasn't easy.
I think it's not only about Carmel, but just like the new culture, the new country, the new people. It was just overwhelming a little bit at the beginning. Okay.
For CDN News at 8, I'm Kelly O'Hara. Back to you in the studio.
Hi, my name is Maggie McConville. I am a junior, and I'm here with Maria Kirby and Talia Engstrom, both seniors, to talk about our fall play Clue. So first off, you guys are double cast, right? Who do you play?
We actually both play Yvette,
The French maid.
Yes.
Fun. So talk to me about like what the double casting situation has been like. How much like collaboration has there been between you guys? Like what is that like?
Do you wanna answer?
It definitely depends on who your partner is, but I've been so lucky to have Maria as my double here. We spent a lot of time taking notes for each other, collaborating over blocking, and it's really just been a mutually beneficial experience.
Oh yeah.
Cool. This is gonna be like your guys' like last show. How do you feel about that?
Both sad and also very excited. I'm honestly very happy that this gets to be our last play, and I'm honestly happy that I get to do it with Talia as my double, which is so fun.
That's lovely. So how, like, are there any, like, big similarities or differences? I know that, like, you can't tell me much, but, like, talk to me about, like, how, like, inspiration has worked with, like, the movie and, like, that transferring to the stage.
So we've definitely taken a lot of inspiration from the 1985 movie. Me personally, I've taken a lot of inspiration from her accent and the way that she like walks and carries herself in her posture, but it's definitely not exactly the same. So the thing we get to do is kind of explore the character a little bit and play her how we want to.
That's awesome. Now, I don't know how much you can tell me, but I'm sure everybody wants to know. Does your character die?
Well, if you want to find that out, you're going to have to come and see the show, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Awesome. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.
Today, we're talking with Mr. Kovic about his gargoyle geckos and the podcast he has created to help educate people about these amazing creatures.
So she's actually one of my more chill geckos. She's a little jumpy just because all day long I've had her, kind of showing her off.
She is actually what you call a bicolor, which means that there's orange and red in her coloration. Now that can change as they get a little bit older and develop. But also there are just straight red geckos with deep reds. There are yellow colorations. Really, it's sort of in that warmer tone. Any gecko from New Caledonia, which is where they're from, which is an island chain right outside Australia and New Zealand. They actually, all New Zealand, Australia, and New Caledonia has no wild exports. So every gecko you see in the United States has been captive bred, which is really important for the hobby to take care of these animals because we're not going to get any more out of the wild. But also that's nice as a new potential owner of these geckos. If you're buying a gecko, you know it doesn't have parasites, you know that it's going to thrive because it was bred in captivity.
They're very easy to take care of. Also, my wife is not a huge fan of insects, and what's nice is actually you can feed them a powdered diet. This is Pangea. This is a really small pouch of it, but they come in a lot larger sizes. This is what I feed my geckos. And so I take this powder, I mix it with water, I put it in a ketchup bottle. So I go over in the podcast a lot of information on different topics that hopefully people who are trying to keep these geckos really need. And so that could be something like bioactive enclosure, which if you don't know what that is, it's creating a self-sustaining little mini ecosystem. So not only do I keep geckos, but I keep little tiny isopods and springtails, which are bugs that go into the soil. And it kind of shows you different little mini ecosystems and how animals work in harmony to really create a better, healthier environment. These animals really don't live in isolation. In the wild, they definitely don't, but in captivity, we're learning some really cool things about how, when I have sort of a cleanup crew in a bioactive enclosure and have real plants, they get more oxygen. I don't have to clean up their mess quite as much because the insects take care of it for me. So you can work in harmony with nature in order to make your life easier and make the pet experience even better. My podcast is actually called the Gecko Cove Connection. It's actually a sub-series of videos that I started just to get to know more people in the community and learn from them because I am not an expert in this. I am relatively new, and there's people who have been doing this for over a decade. So what's nice about the podcast is that it's just a nice long-form conversation, and I get to pick the brains of those experts. My YouTube channel is actually called just Gecko Cove. It's such a fun hobby, and so it's just a way for me to kind of give back. I've been watching YouTube videos for years, and I kind of go down different rabbit holes, whether it be my animal stuff with dog training, fish keeping, reptiles, and I learn a lot on YouTube. I learned a lot in school, but definitely a little bit more as I got older. I did things in small incremental improvements, and that has allowed me to grow slowly while also learning, how do you go and edit a video? How do you do a certain transition? How do you overlay different images and get a really cool look versus just looking like you put together your very first video? Sometimes when you're starting an endeavor like this, just know that you may fail a few times. You may start something and it not work out the way you want. And so I went back, I looked at some of my old videos and decided what I wanted to set small goals. A lot of this is goal setting. So with the very first video, I just wanted to get the video out. And then let's bring it into the high school. Set small goals. Like I was talking about a little bit earlier, if you want to improve a grade, or let's say you want to be a little bit more social this year, you don't have to do everything at once. You don't have to invest a ton of money into things. Just make small goals. Find, try it. You may fail, but try it again. And then when you succeed that first time, that is gonna, kind of jumpstart your addiction to success. And it's that chain of trying, failing, success. And you'll get more and more success as you continue to just try and just, invest your time in things that you love. And you're gonna find a lot of joy comes your way.
Everybody has something that's unique that they like a little bit more than their friends. And so what I hope you take away from this is that dive into whatever community that you are passionate about. If that's animals, great. If that's a certain club, do that. If it's a sport, don't be afraid to just live.
I'm Kelly here with CDN, and I'm here with Mr. Waddle. So, Mr. Waddle, what do you teach here at Carmel?
I'm a social studies teacher. I teach U.S. history, U.S. government, criminal justice, criminal law, comparative government.
And then, are there any other activities that you do around Carmel?
Well, I'm also the social studies department chair. I am one of the advisors for National Honor Society, and I am one of the coaches and the moderator for the mock trial team.
Cool. And then I know that you do a segment for CDN. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so last year I started coming on CDN to be interviewed by Willie Gillespie about current events, usually revolving around politics or law. And then this year, Jackie Kaglar gave it a name, it's Legal Lowdown, with a nice fancy intro and everything. But it's a pleasure and really a passion of mine to inform students about politics and law. So I'm always happy to come on and address the Carmel Nation. So.
Okay, so thanks for being here.
Thank you.
CDN News, I'm Kelly O'Hara.
Thanks.
For CDN News, and Carmel's cross-country teams had their first meet of the season on Saturday at the Vider Invite. Let's hear from some of the team members.
My name is Noah Walshmet. Adeline Alves. Isabella Ranguso. Sydney Kirchmark. Izzy Bing. Nora Bamonti. Chloe Beard. Ashlyn Beebe.
Okay, what are your years?
Senior. Freshman. Freshman. Junior. 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 Freshman. Sophomore.
Okay, how do you guys feel for the first meet of the season?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Kind of nervous, but excited.
Yeah,
super excited.
We'll check in with you after the race.
Awesome.
My name is Jack Webb.
And what's your year?
I'm a freshman right now.
How do you feel before the race?
I feel pretty fired up, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Ready for your first meet?
I am. Very much so.
We'll check in with you after the race.
I'm Kyle Paris. I'm a junior. I'm Cole Bonham. I'm also a junior.
Are you on varsity or JV?
I'm on varsity, yes. I'm also on varsity.
How do you feel for the first meet of the season, the race?
Honestly, you know, high school cross-country debut. Haven't run cross-country since 5th grade. I'm happy to be here because last year I was injured. So I'm honestly just happy that I get to run the race. What about you?
I'm really excited to actually start the season. It feels like it's been forever since we ran cross-country last, because it has. So just excited, you know.
Carmel's cross-country teams also won a lot of awards on Saturday, with Laurel Fullerton winning 7th place for JV girls, Ben Stegman win 6th place for JV boys, and for varsity girls, we have Sydney Kitsmari in 10th place, Isabella Ranguso in 7th place, Nora Belmonte in 5th place, and Izzy Bing in 2nd place. And for varsity boys, we have Joe Ladowski in 7th place and Cole Bonham in 1st. How do you feel you did for the race?
It felt long. As a team, we did good. Yeah, it's good as a team. Good. That was good, yeah.
Good start to the season?
Yeah. Only goes up from here, you know?
Uh-huh.
Ready for counting. I'm Jack Webb, and I just ran a race.
How do you think you did in that race?
I think I did pretty good. I tried my best. That's all I could really do.
What was your time?
I think 22:22.
Pretty good. I PR'd. Just a personal record.
How was the feeling of racing in your first varsity race?
It was different. It was nice. A lot more challenge, a lot more people to pass.
What was your favorite thing about the race today?
Finishing.
Finishing?
Yeah.
That was also my favorite
Yeah.
part. I was about to collapse. I think I actually did. All right. Love you, man.
Thank you, Cole.
All right. Good night.
Good night, CDN.
Cross Country's next meet is on Wednesday at Grant. Come out and support the Carmel teams.
For CDN News, and I'm here with Kyle Paris, who was injured last year and has now come back to the cross-country team. So, what was your injury?
So summer going into sophomore year, coming off a huge soccer background, I decided I wanted to do cross country. So I decided to run a lot, and I overtrained, and I went to the doctor, and I realized that I fractured a growth plate in my hip.
That's rough.
Yeah.
When did the injury happen?
So it was around the first week of official practice for cross country, and so I was really bummed because after the injury, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to run for the rest of the season.
What was the process to recover from that injury and then join the cross-country team this year?
After my injury, I was on crutches for around 3-ish weeks, which was pretty rough, especially because it was the start of school. And after that, it was around 12 weeks of physical therapy. And after that was around 4 to 5 weeks of physical therapy while I could run. But I didn't have a base, and it took about 3 months to build that base back up for track season.
Did you miss cross-country?
Yeah, I mean, going to all the meets and stuff was pretty rough considering the fact that I couldn't run. But I was still hopeful for the next season, and after all the training over the summer I did this coming months, I'm really excited to compete in more meets for Carmel.
What was it like joining back cross-country again?
Yeah, it was really good to get back with the friends that I made last year, even though I wasn't able to compete. Still made a lot of friends, and it was really good to run with them over the summer, and it gave me a lot of hope for this season. And especially with my coach, shout out Coach Alford. He really helped me grow over the summer, and it really just has me in a positive mindset for the upcoming season and all the meets.
How have you been doing in cross country since you came back?
I've been doing really well. I think that I progressed a lot since June and July, and I'm really excited to show my skills that I've improved on over the summer in future meets.
So when's your next meet?
So our next meet is going to be at Warren, the 16th. It's a Saturday. You guys can come show your support, and we'd love to see you there.
For CDN News, I'm Caitlin Dubinsky.
Hi, we are Absotech team from our theoretical high school Petromayor from Gerla, Romania. So I'm from the 3D modeling department and the team leader.
I'm also on the 3D modeling and construction. We are looking to make the robot as fast as it can be. So that's why we have two mechanisms that can score a cone in 2.5 seconds. And it's very efficient and it's working well with our drivers. They're really comfortable with it and
just have fun, enjoy all the process that it takes to build a robot and to compete at these competitions, because it's really a great experience and you can learn so many things from here and meet so many people.
And you should learn from your mistake. Like when you lose a match or when your robot is not working, you shouldn't be upset about it. You should learn what is wrong and make things better.
So I first started thinking about teaching as a career when I was a junior in high school, and I began tutoring friends in chemistry and math. When I got to college, I was still doing tutoring in those subjects as well as English, but I also knew I wanted to go to law school. And so for me, teaching was something that I had planned to do sort of eventually. I was going to semi-retire and become a teacher as if what we do isn't a ton of work. Ultimately, I went to law school, graduated. I practiced for about 4 years doing probate law. I was just in a bad situation, an unhealthy relationship with my boss, the principal attorney at the firm. And when my dad passed away in the September of 2012, I sort of took it as an opportunity to re-examine what I was doing. I was waking up miserable every morning for work, and I just didn't want that anymore. Ultimately, my wife sort of supported my decision to go back to school. So I went back to school. I got my teaching license and my master's in teaching from National Louis University. And I did my student teaching here at Carmel in the spring of 2014, and I've been here ever since. So to me, teaching is an opportunity to mold the future. And I know that that's a cheesy answer, but if I could take it from a selfish perspective, I know that the students that I have the opportunity to teach at Carmel are going to go on and do great things. The fact that I can play some small part in that I can make them more critical of the world around them, more aware of the world around them, and influence them in some little way, means that selfishly I get to take a little bit of credit for the awesome things that they're going to do as they get older. So truly, I believe that the work that we do as teachers is making the world a better place, but doing it on such a grand scale, because every life we touch, ultimately, we get to take a little bit of credit for that and the work that they do making the world a better place.
Carmel Digital Network. I've been invited onto CDN again. They have given me a whole minute to talk. This is insane. Okay, for all the freshmen who don't know me, I'm Jack, better known as Hip Harvey, and last year I was the head video editor for CDN. I am now attending school at Marquette University, and it's been pretty cool. I've been enjoying myself here. I've been being very productive, just getting work done. Since getting to college, I've had a lot of free time to just do some fun stuff. I've read some manga. This is the manga for Silent Boys, the edition 1, and it's pretty good. It's worth a read. I've really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie too, but the manga is also very good. Yeah, but that's pretty much all from me. Have a fantastic school year, be excellent to each other, and subscribe to CDN. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.
Axel, I'm a senior.
I'm Justin, I'm a junior.
I'm Madam Maris, I'm a junior.
I'm Darlene, I'm a senior.
I'm Taylor, I'm a sophomore.
So what did you think of the trip to Spain and Morocco?
I think it was a really fun experience to live, especially with people from school, and making new friendships was really fun as well.
Was it hard to understand the language with reading maps and road signs and things in Morocco and Spain?
Since I take Spanish, it wasn't too hard in Spain, but in Morocco, a lot of the stuff was in Arabic. That's kind of hard to read. No one knew what anyone was really saying. So we had to rely on our tour guide for that.
If given the chance, would you visit Morocco and Spain again?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it was definitely a good learning experience and a good experience friendship-wise. I think we're all pretty good friends. We all, we have a group chat and stuff. So for us, we would definitely visit again.
After going on this trip, are you more inspired to learn the languages of Morocco and Spain?
Yeah, I'm definitely more inspired just because I think it'd be super cool to know a different language like Arabic and French and just diverse myself more into it.
Would you recommend this trip to language learning students at Carmel?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Hi, I'm Erin Risley, and I'm here with Mr. John. So, Mr. John, did you enjoy going back to school as a kid?
Going back to school? Yeah. No, probably never. So it wasn't until college that I started enjoying going to school, period. So going back to school, K through 12, no.
And you've been a teacher at Carmel for 2 years now,
This is starting my second year, yeah.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for a total of 6, I guess. I'm starting, 5, 6 years. So I taught English as a second language to refugees. So the refugees would come in from Afghanistan. I taught refugees from Afghanistan. They'd come in, they would speak no English, and I would teach them English. That was my job. It was fantastic. I loved it.
And what keeps you coming back to school and wanting to teach?
So I love learning. So that sounds like stupid, but it I do. I love learning. And what keeps me coming back to school is that it beats working, you know? So it has never felt at Carmel like I have a job. Mm-hmm. There are students that I do have to be paid to interact with, but for the most part, this has never felt like a job. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Nice.
So I guess the advice to everyone would be find a job that you love that doesn't feel like work.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the ticket. Yeah.
Do you have any like weird back to school tradition that you have, or like first day back you like have to get donuts from somewhere? Or
I have no beginning of the year ritual, but when I was in college, when I was in grad school, my end of the year ritual was that I would, for the last 2 weeks of school, I would never wash my clothes. I would wear the same thing over and over for 2 weeks. And by the end of it, I would just smell like a dumpster. And that was my end of the year ritual.
Was there any reason?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Was there any reason behind that ritual, or
nope. So
how did it start?
How did it start? So my freshman year of college, so me and my friends decided, I don't know how, we decided we weren't going to change our clothes all of finals week, which was about 2 weeks. And so yeah, we did same thing every day. It's disgusting. It was disgusting. It was a bad tradition to have.
Did you shower?
No. So you can ask the other Mr. Pleiss. There was an awards ceremony that he went to that I smelled terrible, just really, really bad. So that was a tradition that ended once I got married. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that. Yeah. And that concludes our interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello. I am here with.
My name is Laura Sesterhen.
And you are a parent, Carmel parent, correct?
That's correct. I have a freshman here, first time.
So, what is the community like at Carmel?
The best way I could describe it is very family oriented. I know my daughter's experiencing a lot of that here when she's in the hallways, in the classrooms, but I have to say that I also feel that extended to us also as the family, and I think that's a really nice thing that we're really invited and welcome to be a part of that. So I feel it. It's great.
And how would you say your daughter has been since she's been here at Carmel?
Well, as a freshman, she's coming from a middle school experience, and I've seen a tremendous leap of maturity in her from last year till now. I mean, even just the last 6 months. Obviously, as a 14-year-old, we have some room to grow, but nonetheless, it's definitely been noticeable. She's happier overall. She's more confident. Confidence is huge. I mean, we all know middle school's tough. Yeah, middle school's really tough. Those years are hard. So it's been really nice that that transition was really nicely supported.
And what would you say is the best thing about Carmel?
Gosh, I mean, I just go back to the family atmosphere again. Just the whole fact that we feel we're a part of it, that it's a community. I think that's the word I was looking for. Is the community feel, and how happy it's made my daughter, because middle school's tough. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm Caitlin Jabinsky for CDN News.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and as many of you know, I love to try foods from around the world. Come along with me as I introduce you to some of my old favorites, as well as some places new to me, and hopefully you. Welcome to Season 2 of Try This.
Hi guys, we are at 2002 South Wentworth. We are at Chinatown right now. We are at the Richland Food Court Mall. It's kind of hard to find to get in, so here's what the exterior looks like. Go in through one of those doors and head straight down to the staircase to get into the food court. Downstairs are a bunch of food court restaurants. They are constantly coming and going because sometimes stuff moves out, becomes a full-time restaurant and whatnot. So what I'm showing you now might not be here when you come here, but there is a ton of stuff here. You can find pretty much anything. We just got food from 3 Sauces Hainan Chicken. This is a new place. I've never actually tried it before, so we're gonna go on this adventure together.
Hainan chicken is just poached chicken with some sauces on it and some rice on the side.
Poached chicken, rice, some cucumbers. You gotta put the chicken in the sauce. Garlic ginger sauce, spicy garlic sauce, soy garlic sauce.
It tastes like slightly more tender chicken.
He likes the spicy.
Donk.
Donk. So everything here is like really good. It's like mom's. It's a lot like mom's. Moms make it really good, so.
Mom's foods are the best.
Mom's foods are the best. We are at, Joe, you wanna say it?
Xingshanghuan dumpling. Xingshanghuan dumplings actually started as one of the underground places. Most people just call it QXY for short because they don't know how to properly pronounce it.
Xingxiangyuan dumplings. So we have our beef and onion dumplings, and underneath we have our beef and coriander dumplings. Yeah.
Yeah, get a nice shot of it steaming. All right, first dumpling, let's see.
You can see back there, they are literally making dumplings right now as we sit. This is soy sauce, and this is vinegar, and this, if you can see it, is chili oil. Open it up, blah, blah, blah. We also have kimchi, which is awesome. It's just pickled radish. It's a bit spicy. It's awesome.
And then right here we have our jasmine tea, which we're currently waiting on because it has to steam.
Their specialties are lamb and coriander, which is this one right here. Their beef and onion is also really solid. So you have the option to either get steamed dumplings, boiled dumplings, or pan-fried.
Besides dumplings, they also have like meat kebabs.
So right next to the Richland Food Market and QXY is the new Chinatown mall. I like this. It's not really new, but it's technically new because it's not the old historic Chinatown, but close enough. Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to Mango Mango to get some dessert. Everything there is themed mango. Mango, mango, mango. Mango, mango, mango. I had a blonde moment. Hello. Right here they have the Mango Mango wall. Everything is themed mango. I'm currently sitting in a mango.
It's a Hong Kong style dessert place. Everything they have here is mango. This is my favorite. I like this better.
This is my favorite. I like this better.
I'll love you till my mango days. Mango, mango.
The place is good even if you don't like mango. I know my mom, who's behind the camera right now, doesn't really like mango, but really likes this place.
That's all for Chinatown this time around. We'll be filming another Chinatown episode soon, so be on the lookout for that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Jacqueline Kaglar.
I'm Jerry Kaglar.
And we hope to see you next time on the next episode of Try This.
Bye.
Good afternoon, Carmel Catholic. My name is Jaden Hampton. I'm here with Mr. Pleiss. So, what do you teach here at Carmel?
I teach religion here at Carmel. This is my second year. Started my second year teaching religion.
Has it been a good year for you?
Yeah. I'm like waiting for it to all fall apart because it's been a weirdly good year so far. So I'm waiting for something awful to happen. Just like I feel like that's what's coming for me. But so far so good. Yeah.
What inspired you to become a teacher?
So I have no, like, a lot of the teachers here have like a moment where they were inspired to become teachers. I had no such moment. So the fact that I teach high school is the greatest irony of my life. So I think if Mr. Huther saw my high school transcripts, I think you'd have Mr. Kreppen escort me out the building. It was a pretty rough high school that I had. So I had no, in high school, I had no ambitions to become a teacher. Really, the road to becoming a teacher started when I was living in Virginia, and I taught English as a second language to Afghani refugees. I did this by sheer chance. I don't even remember putting in an application, but so I started teaching there, and being in front of a classroom is just the easiest. It's the easiest thing. So it didn't feel like work, and so I just kept not working. that's kind of where it ended up. Yeah.
So you started out small and then gradually got better at teaching.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
What do you do outside of school?
Once you start the married life, the things that you do outside of on your free time greatly dwindle. So I try to spend as much time as I can with my wife. But like other than that, I love reading. So I spend every moment I can reading. That's about it these days. Yeah.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book has always been Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. Always. Yes, it's a drop what you're doing right now and read Heart of Darkness. There is nothing more important than reading that book.
How do you start your mornings?
So I'm embarrassed to say that I start all of my mornings by checking my bank account. Literally, that's what I do. So I wake up, I log into chase.com, and I make sure all the money that's supposed to be there is there. That's how I start off every morning. And then I make breakfast. Yes. So it's first money, then food. Yeah.
What do you like most about Carmel?
It changes on a daily basis. There's no one thing that I can say. Like most of the time, the students are my favorite thing about Carmel. There are days when they're my least favorite thing about Carmel, but most of the time it's the students. The coworkers that I have here are frighteningly good at their job, and sometimes that's my favorite thing about Carmel. And so I guess mostly it's the people, like either the students or the coworkers ask me, because it's different ones on different days. Yeah.
All right, I think that's all the questions we have. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure. Anytime. Thank you.
I am here with Kelly O'Hara to talk about the photography club. So, what is your position in the photography?
So, in photography club, I am the officer for the club. So, I'm basically like the second in command for Miss Merchak.
And Miss Merchak is the teacher moderator?
Yes, Miss Merchak is the teacher for photography club, and she basically runs all the meetings.
So, what do you do in photography club?
So, for photography club, we are a club that goes on like at least one field trip every year, which is to the seminary, and then we also do a lot of different projects, and we have different exhibits that get set up for the art exhibition in the winter.
When do you meet?
We meet just about every Wednesday and usually twice a month.
Okay, thank you for talking about that. I'm Caitlin Drabinski for CDN News.
And welcome back to Philip's Tech Tips. My name is Philip. Let's get started. Today, I'll be talking about new Chromebooks, what the labels are for on the Chromebooks, and the error password is incorrect across Carmel accounts. So let's start with new Chromebook. This is what the new Chromebook would look like. It is a Dell Chromebook, and this is what most of the new students would be getting. There'd also be a label that goes on these Chromebooks. Please don't do anything with the label, just keep it on your Chromebook. If you have a label that you were given with your Chromebook, please put it somewhere on it. Make sure it's on the top or bottom of the Chromebook and it's not covering anything. This makes the job for TSI students a lot easier, leading to get your Chromebook back much sooner. This is also a way that we can differentiate whose Chromebook is whose and contact you if you have lost your Chromebook. And then something that's been happening lately to a lot of people will have been seeing something that looks like this. This is because there is a new system in place. The system deactivates your password if it's been longer than a year since you have changed your password. This is for safety, as 2 years ago we have had a lot of students hacked because they never changed their passwords. This is why we want you to keep changing your passwords, as well as making sure your passwords are more complex than just the password that you were given at the beginning. And that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please email me at pkruglup.2035@carmelhs.org. Thank you for watching. My name is Philip Kruglup, and I will see you next time.
I'm Mary Risley, and I'm here with Mr. Schultz. How was your summer, Mr. Schultz?
It was pretty good. Went fast.
Yeah, it did.
Very fast.
I can't believe back to school's already starting.
Brutal.
When you were a kid, did you enjoy coming back to school?
I did not. No. I can't say that I love summer. I still love summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So coming back to school, what keeps you coming back to Carmel?
First of all, I love TSI. I love working with the students and stuff like that. I feel at Carmel with IT, there's a lot of open areas to kind of be a little creative with IT, which is kind of weird, so to say. You can really sharpen your skill set in a lot of different areas.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff to do here, and since we have a small team, you have to know a lot. So.
How many years have you been working at Carmel?
15.
Wow.
Yep.
And you work the summer.
Yes, yes.
You work the summers, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
We're only like 7:30 to 12:30 over the summer, so we get to really enjoy summer.
That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite part about having students back in the building?
It's pretty, like, if you've ever been here over the summer, it's really kind of dull, boring, and kind of a little sad to see an empty school. So just seeing the liveliness of the students is pretty cool. Yep.
It is.
It's kind of like the heartbeat of the building.
So coming back to school, do you have any like quirky traditions or anything interesting that you do, like a first day tradition coming back?
I can't say that I do. I usually go for shockingly a long bike ride the day before. So yesterday I didn't get to do that, but I did get to go to UIC and kind of use some like brutalist architecture, which is one of my favorite things to see. So, yeah.
What's your definition of a long bike ride?
125 miles. So
That's a lot.
Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Of course.
And that concludes our interview.
Thank you.
It gives a good opportunity for people who come from Hispanic backgrounds to share family recipes, or even people who are just interested in cooking to share things that they found or recipes that they love. And we get to dance, so it's really fun, and dancing is definitely not something everyone's comfortable doing in front of a crowd, so it gets us together.
And I am the co-founder and president of Nostros. So this is our second year of the club, as well as the second year of Salsa Salsa.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I am a freshman, and I got to be a judge because I signed up during class.
My name is Bella. I'm also a freshman, and I also signed up during class.
How do you think Salsa brings cultures together?
I think that it can help include a lot of people because it's not just tasting salsa, it's also dancing. So people who like to dance and people who like to try new things can all be included.
I'm Emma Carney. I'm a senior. I started the competition just because I had a family recipe I was really excited to share.
How often do you make your family salsa?
Oh gosh, weekly. We make it all the time.
Are there any secret or special ingredients?
Yeah, something that's not really traditional with salsa, we use banana peppers.
I'm Sophie Westwoods. I'm a senior, and I'm participating this year because I made one last year, and I was a little disappointed by the results, so this year I tried out a new recipe.
How do you think salsa brings just people and cultures together?
I really like how it brings the Spanish speakers of our community, especially Carmel, and also the other people too. Just kind of brings them together through food, which is a good way to bring everyone together.
Hi, I'm Ms. Mora. I'm part of the World Languages Department and I teach Spanish. I've been here, this is my 5th year being here, and the reason I rejoined this year is to redeem myself from last year. Last year I brought in a salsa that I was experimenting with but failed, so this year I'm trying the classic.
How do you think salsa y salsa just brings people and cultures together?
Those who haven't tried a lot of salsas, is a great way to expand their flavors and to try new things. In addition to those who do have salsa almost every day, just trying out different ones to see how they can change up their recipes or try other recipes.
Hello, Carmel. My name is Jaden Hampton. I'm here with Ben Healy. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
What classes do you take?
Thanks for having me, Jay. I take, for requisite classes, or like classes I have to take, I'm in Honors Chem, AP Pre-Calculus, Honors Sophomore English, I'm in New Testament, and for electives, I'm taking AP Computer Science Principles, I'm taking Spanish 2 Honors, and I'm also taking AP World History for my World History, for my required Social Studies class.
What would you say is your most challenging class?
Oh, most challenging. I'd say probably AP World History is definitely pretty hard. You're analyzing, it's not just memorizing dates and facts. For a lot of questions, you're given like a text, like a historical text, and you have to analyze that text from a historical context. And it can be definitely, the test can be really, really challenging, but it's really, really worthwhile. I've learned so much, and it's such a fun and interesting class, but it definitely is. It's not easy, that's for sure. It's not a walk in the park.
What clubs are you involved in?
I'm in Scholastic Bowl, which is like a competitive Jeopardy-like team. I'm in ACES, which is like we do like tests on different subjects, and you can advance from regionals to sectionals to state. I'm like part-time robotics. I help with marketing. What else am I in? I also do tennis. I'm on the tennis team, which is starting up in the spring. So,
how do you like being on the tennis team?
Yeah, I love tennis. It's my favorite sport. Just a great group of guys, great group of people. Like I said, great sport. Kind of the bummer is, it takes place during the springtime. So like the first half of the season, it's still snowy, it's still cold. But other than that, the best time when I was a freshman, I loved second semester during the tennis season. Just it was great going out there and playing the sport I love.
What's it like being a sophomore?
I don't have the excuse of being like, I'm not new to the school anymore, so, I'm kind of settled in, I'm settled in, but I still have that sort of like underclassman status. It's not too different from freshman year, but, I have my sort of like codified friend groups. I still have, I'm used to the school, used to how to get around, but I still definitely feel like I'm not 100% settled in. I'm still getting the ropes of high school, even though I'm a sophomore. I've only been here a year, so it's a new environment with new people, so I'm still getting to learn new things, I guess, about myself.
And what's your favorite thing about Carmel?
Favorite thing? Oh, just about everything. The classes, just wonderful teachers, and they're always available before and after school. They're always here to help. Extracurriculars, you get to meet so many cool new people, and you get to do so many fun, engrossing, just really get to explore your myriad interests. And another thing is definitely the people. Just everyone here is willing to give you their shirt off their back in an instant. So the people, the friends, the teachers, the community, everything is just really wonderful.
All right, that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much. This is Jane Hampton and Ben Healy. Thank you.
I'm Mary Risley, and I'm here with Mr. Schultz. How was your summer, Mr. Schultz?
It was pretty good. Went fast.
Yeah, it did.
Very fast.
I can't believe.
What's your name? Hi, I'm Miss Lindell. I grew up in Palatine, and I was looking for schools kind of in the area to teach at, and I kind of stumbled upon Carmel when I was doing my job search, and so I'm super glad that I ended up here. It's super welcoming, and then there's so many other opportunities to get involved in. So when I first interviewed here, I asked if there was any other like coaching opportunities, and basketball and lacrosse was open, and those are my two main sports. So right off the bat, I had a really good start. I had the classes I wanted to teach, the sports I wanted to coach. I'm so grateful to be here. So I teach 3 geometry honors classes. I have 1 Algebra 2 UCP and then 1 Algebra 1 honors class as well. I like to work out. I actually go to the weight room almost every day with Miss McAleer from biology. So we're up there, usually like the football team's in there, soccer, volleyball. I really like all sports though. I'm a huge fan of basketball and football, so I like to watch college basketball, men's and women's. South Carolina's my go-to team for college for sure, and then basketball for the NBA I would say is the Bulls, and then I'm a huge Bears fan as well.
Who are you? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Miss.
When's this gonna air? No clue. Oh, lovely.
All right. I'm Gabby Malley with CDN News Monday. Here with me, I have Angie and Jenny. Who are you guys, and what do you do with Orchesas?
I'm Angie. I'm an Orchesas co-president.
I'm Jenny, and I'm the other co-president. All right. So, what made you guys get interested in Orchesas?
So I've been dancing for a super long time, and I joined Orchesas my freshman year because I love dancing and I love to perform.
That's amazing. Do you guys know if you have any guest choreographers that come in and do things?
Yeah, so we do this thing called I don't even know what it's called.
Should I answer this question?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have at least like one guest choreographer come in each year. Usually
Hello, I'm here with Mr. Rank, and you're very involved in the Reach Center, right?
Yes, I try to be as much as I can. So, I try to get there in the afternoons, and if I'm not there, my Math Honor Society students are there to work with anybody from 3:15 to about 4 o'clock.
So the Math Honor Society, what is that about? What does that do?
So really, since I took over that program, the goal has been to have those students give back and sort of share their talents with others. So while they do participate in some math honors, math events and some competitions, the primary goal of that is to offer tutoring for students that need it, whether it's in the Reach Center, whether it's one-on-one, or now we are hoping to, or trying to sort of branch out to some of the local junior highs.
And what is that junior high about, that program?
Yeah, so the Math Honor Society is seniors, and so since most of them have access to a car or can drive, we pair them up with students whose families request tutors at their local libraries or in their local community. So that way, if you have a student in Libertyville, we can pair them up with somebody in Libertyville who lives in Libertyville. But if we have somebody in Antioch or Waukegan or Gurnee, all of those different towns, we have a large number of students here and a large number of Honor Society members. So we try to pair them up so that they're close and easy to help out those around them.
And how do you join the Math Honor Society?
So it's the Math Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, is invitation only. So I get recommendations from teachers, but then I also look at grades and then the classes that they're in. And so it's for seniors only at this point. And then at some point, probably in the second semester, I start looking at juniors as well to invite.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm Caitlin Drabinsky for CDN News.
Again, I'm a teacher in the math department. I went to St. Mary's University down in San Antonio, Texas. Carmel has always appealed to me in a lot of ways. I think I went to a Catholic school for college, and that made me love Catholic education and really see the value in what it means to be a Catholic and to learn and to see how we can use the things that we learn in school in our real lives and as Catholics to help make the world a better place. I'm looking to get involved with basketball soon, so I think mainly with the feeder programs that Carmel runs, and then also I'm looking into getting into ministry here. Working out is a huge interest of mine. I wake up at 4:45 every morning and get my workout in before school, which wakes me up a little bit, so it's actually great. It's not too bad. Sports, I was a big athlete in high school. I still love playing sports with my family and my friends, and then watching sports is a huge interest of mine as well.
Hey guys, welcome back to Round the Roundabout, the show where we ask questions in the roundabout at the end of the school day. My name is Julia Taylor. We got Mark Fisher on camera. Let's hit it. What president is on the $5 bill?
Abraham Lincoln.
What president is on the $5 bill? Is that George Washington? If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Ice cream.
A milkshake.
A dessert, I'm basic, but chocolate.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
Ryan, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Every day.
What president is on the $5 bill?
Abe Lincoln. Ain't it Lincoln?
Yeah. If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Ice cream. Chocolate chip.
A dessert? Like a piece of cake. Maybe some ice cream. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Yesterday.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Myself.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Creme brulee. The Roman Empire.
I am the Roman Empire.
What president? Lincoln.
What president is on the $5 bill?
Barack Obama. Abraham Lincoln.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Brownie.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
About the Roman Empire? I think about it every day. That's where I'm from.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Pie, apple pie. That's my favorite dessert.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
A sugar cookie.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Double it and give it to the next person.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Probably like once a week.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Probably like once a week.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Chocolate.
Macaroon?
Okay, cute. I can actually see that. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. Taking a look at your football forecast tonight. Against Providence at 6 o'clock, we'll start off with cloudy conditions, 71 degrees, but by the time we get to halftime, we will have thunderstorms and they will last through the end of the game.
Today will be awesome. We'll have sun all day, getting up to 68 around 2 p.m. Looks like a great day to get out and enjoy it because the next few days will be messy.
Catholic, taking a look at this tornado from Waukegan on Tuesday. National Weather Service went out for the survey and determined it was an EF1 tornado.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Temperatures outside are in the mid to low 30s. Waukegan at 36 right now. Woodstock at 33. Elgin at 34.
Today, and that front is going to lift north of our area. Gulf moisture, I should say Gulf air, because there is moisture, but it's not going to affect us.
And since it is National Willie Weatherman, is Willie out there right now?
Yes,
Willie, come in here.
Willie in.
Willie, come in here. We want to show our appreciation from you for you.
Yes, thank you, Willie.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Get down.
Thanks,
Yes.
yes.
It's been an honor to know you.
Yep.
This is America's weatherman.
Yes, he is.
Thanks,
Now
guys.
let's get to a Street
Weather
Seats
with
weather
Willie.
update.
Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Willie Gillespie, meteorologist here at Carmel Catholic. Welcome to the Carmel Digital Network News at 8. This is a coronavirus special report.
Welcome, Weatherman Willie. How have you been?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
I've been doing great, but I had a really important question for you because as you can see, I'm wearing my snow jacket and my winter hat. And I wanted to know if the snow outside was snowman making snow because I would very much like to make one of those.
Yeah, it's definitely snowman making snow. It's really heavy, really wet. Unfortunately, I mean, you see right now temperature is 38 degrees, so it is going to be melting gradually throughout the day.
Hey Willie, how you doing today, bud?
Pretty good, guys. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How's the weather up there in the studio?
It's pretty nice. Unfortunately, we're going to be under a lot of clouds for the rest of the day. Weekend is not looking so great either. You can see right now at 49 degrees.
Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back. We started off 69 degrees across the area, partly cloudy skies right now, and a light wind out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour.
Good morning, happy Friday morning. Starting off at 52 degrees this morning, and sunset time tonight has dropped below 7 p.m. 6:55 p.m. is the sunset time tonight. Good.
I'm here with Mr. Rank to talk about advisories. So you're very involved in the advisory committee?
I am. I love advisory. And so I'm on a committee with a couple other staff and teachers, and our goal is to sort of continue to improve the advisory experience for everyone.
How does the advisory committee function?
So our goal right now is to sort of build it up and ahead in terms of like what it is that we're going to be covering, and sort of give those specific like agendas or topics for discussion. And so we're trying to map that out and what that's going to look like, specifically like starting second semester.
Okay. And so the advisory committee, you guys come up with those themes, right, for each day, those presentations?
We're working with the program called Win It Social, and so we've done a number of those where they check in on like how everybody's feeling today, and then there are different activities that we have done throughout the year. So we did there was the one activity about Coco Gauff and her experience winning the U.S. Open, and so we're continuing to try to find different activities that are applicable to like what's going on in school with our students specifically. how do you, like, what are some of your interests?
My interests?
Yes.
I like art. I'm in mock trial. I'm obviously in CDN.
Yeah. And so our goal is that, like, every advisory is different, right? And so while there are certain like specific like things that we need to cover, there are also advisories meant to have a lot of opportunities to have fun and like explore those things that you're interested in, and giving other people like opportunity to maybe realize that like these are some other things that are interesting to me, you know. And it's one of our favorite activities that we did in our advisory is we had like a Halloween competition where we had all of the parents send pictures of themselves, of the kids when they were dressed up in Halloween costumes, and then we had a competition who could figure out, you know, the most correct, you know. And that was like, it was a nice, like, if you think of it as team building or whatever, but it was an opportunity to sort of laugh, joke, like, you know, like, oh my God, look how cute this one is, or oh, this costume is so funny. But like, it really helped build up that sort of sense of community and camaraderie, like within advisory. And I think that's the goal. Right.
And for anybody who doesn't know what advisories are, what are they?
So they are those 15-minute blocks, like each day, and it's a mix of freshmen through seniors. You have salt shakers, which are this year there are 3 leaders, juniors and seniors, but 3 leaders in every single advisory, and it's an opportunity for those students to stay with each other from freshman to senior year. And so really sort of grow a sense of friendship, a sense of family, and people that you like can depend on every single day. And I think that's the real hope of advisory, is that like this is a core group of friends and people that we can rely on, that I'm going to see every single day or almost every single day during their time here at Carmel.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rank. I'm Caitlin Jabinski for CDN News.
Thank you.
Theater has been a number of things, definitely. I've seen theater as just a really nice community to be in, and it has helped me meet a lot of people. It has also been an extracurricular activity that I've really enjoyed. I've really enjoyed acting and singing. Theater has definitely helped me grow in that, you know, it exposed me to a range of emotions and stories that, you know, are so creative and colorful. I'm not really a fan of reading all the time, but, you know, acting and watching somebody play out a story is interesting to me, and it really gets to me in that way. You know, it never really occurred to me how much Carmel served as a home to me. And at first, you know, I had felt like I didn't really belong, and it just took a little bit for me to find where I belonged and really feel comfortable. I'm a really strong believer in, you know, you end up where you end up, and that there's like a string of fate, or, you know, God has a plan for us. And, you know, I really believe that I was meant to be here for my 4 years of high school, and I definitely couldn't have asked for a better place to be.
Hello, Carmel, and I'm here with Mr. Waddle, who is the teacher moderator of mock trial. So, how long have you been the teacher moderator?
I think this is my 8th year with the mock trial team.
And what is your role?
So I'm the moderator of the club, so I'm in charge of sort of everything Carmel related that the club does. I'm also one of 3 attorney coaches that the team has. So coaching the kids up in delivering their performances at our competitions.
What has mock trial been doing for the last few weeks?
So we had our sort of first round of tryouts. We do 2 rounds of tryouts before we'll cast our competition team. Right now we're sort of in a holding pattern as we're waiting for the Illinois State Bar Association to release the case for this year that we'll be working on the whole rest of the year through our competition season.
And what is that case?
It can be either a criminal case or a civil case. We will have to prepare both sides. So if it's a civil case, the plaintiff and the defense. If it's a criminal case, the prosecution and the defense. But we won't know until the case is released what kind of case it is.
And how is that case important for the season?
It's literally all we do from, usually it comes out this first week in November, so we're really expecting it any day now, but from our meeting next Wednesday until our last competition at the end of March, all we're doing is working on the case, refining our arguments, and practicing getting it set. So.
And how do students get involved with the club?
So the easiest way is to just reach out to me. I'll add you to our Google Classroom. We practice once a week on Wednesday evenings from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Because we have 2 attorney coaches who are external to the building, we have to do it kind of later because they've got day jobs, so that's why we meet on Wednesday nights. But it's just once a week for 2 hours, and then we'll be working on this case. Now is really a good time if someone's interested and hasn't been out yet. Now would be a good time to get involved. So.
Okay. What do the students do in mock trial?
So the first few weeks of mock trial is really them listening, students listening to the coaches as we sort of lay out what mock trial looks like. We have 3 seminars where we'll go through opening statements and closing arguments, direct examination and cross-examination, and then objections and laying foundation for witnesses and evidence. So those first few weeks are a lot of listening to us. Then they get some time to prepare their initial tryout. We had tryouts last week, which took 2 nights, just students performing sort of a mini version of the trial. We'll give them feedback next week, and then we'll start working on the new case once we get it.
What's your favorite part about mock trial?
I think seeing the students sort of learn to think like lawyers, looking for the logical argument, learning how to sort of poke holes and exploit those holes in the opposition's arguments, and really just getting to spend that time with the kids. Last year, after a couple-year break, we got to go to the state tournament in Springfield, and that was a ton of fun. And it always has been. We just had a break for COVID, but it was so nice to be back in person, get on the minibus, go down as a team, real team bonding experience, and a lot of fun.
Okay, and why would you suggest it for students?
I think that the skills of being able to present information in public, to think logically about an argument, are skills that benefit almost any profession you can think of. And so even if students aren't interested in becoming lawyers, I feel like being a part of the mock trial team will teach you skills that will benefit you throughout whatever career path you take going forward.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Waddle. I'm Caitlin Drabinsky for CDN News.
I've been in drumline and marching band for 4 years.
I'm Matthew Burke. I've been in drumline and marching band for 2 years.
What drums do both of you play?
So I play the tenor drums. It's got 4 drums and then a spock in the middle.
And I play snare, which is just the one.
And have you guys made any friends through drumline?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Pretty much still in contact with all the other members that were older than me. Lucas and Luke especially, they were kind of I would say a mentor for me and really helped me get better. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, last year, the senior who graduated last year, he really took me under his wing, and still in contact with him. It's great.
When can we see you guys next?
So at the next football game, which is 2 weeks from now, from Friday.
Hi, Carmel Catholic. My name is Jane Hampton. I'm with Mr. Donner. So, what do you teach?
Well, I am one of the theology teachers here at Carmel. I also help with student council, senior class co-moderator, and then help as the faculty supervisor for the Korean Club.
Right. What's it like teaching the Korean Club?
Well, the Korean Club, one of the great joys is watching the students run with this. From its inception to today, students have always taken the lead on this. So Bomi Kim is the current president, and she sets things up, and really it's just a joy watching the club go each day. So we meet on Fridays. We're not going to be meeting this coming Friday due to the play going on, But students come in, they create presentations about aspects of Korean culture, and we learn about the cultures of all of the members present with that. They have a lot of fun. Sometimes pull up some K-pop, get some dancing and singing going. We'll bring in Korean food and that, and just generally have a really good time.
What are your students' favorite activity in the Korean club?
They actually really love doing the presentations. They take a lot of pride in those, and really enjoy learning about the culture from one another, and they just kind of run with it themselves that way. So anytime people bring in food, that's always a popular day.
How long has Korean Club been going on?
Korean Club has been around for 3 or 4 years now, but it has really taken off in these last couple of years, and I totally attribute that to the student leadership team. They've just really made a big focus on bringing in new members, having fun, and because of that, the membership has grown, and having anyone who wants to stick around on a Friday afternoon after school, that speaks volumes about how much they're enjoying it. So,
what's your favorite thing about Korean Club?
Honestly, my favorite thing is watching how much fun they have. There is so much joy in that room when they are talking, when they're presenting, and just the conversations that they have as they're exploring all sorts of things. And when they get K-pop dance battles going, it's a blast.
And would you encourage people to join the Korean Club?
Absolutely. The door is always open. So every Friday afternoon after school, just stop on by, and you are most welcome.
Right, thank you. That's all the questions we have. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure, Jay. Thank you.
I am here with some of the language arts teachers and a student for the language department. So what does the World Languages Department offer?
Well, in World Languages, we offer Spanish, Latin, and French. In the Spanish program, we also offer dual credit courses. So a student who starts in Spanish 2 honors in their junior and senior year, they can take college level Spanish, and they could leave Carmel with some language credits already for college.
I've heard there's clubs as well for the languages.
Yes, Mrs. Young is the moderator of the Nuestra Voz organization.
So yeah, sure. So Nuestra Voz is a wonderful club where that's actually for Latin-speaking Spanish students, and we've incorporated the ofrenda. We're going to have the posadas. So we want to bring in the rich traditions of Latin America and Spain to Carmel Catholic. It's a wonderful way to just learn about different cultures in Latin America and bringing that rich tradition to the students here.
Yes. Do you have any meetings coming up?
We do. We have a meeting coming up this month in the next week, and we are going to start talking about the posadas that are happening in December. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And you're a student. What are you involved in?
I'm involved in volleyball, and I also am in the Korean Club, which was just promoted. And I'm also in Spanish 2 honors with Senora Young, and I honestly love it. She's an amazing teacher and one of the best Spanish teachers I've ever had.
So what's the class like?
The class is very engaging, and she also, what I love most about it is she speaks in Spanish a lot, and it really helps build communication skills, and it also really helps use translation within your inside your head, and it just really helps build your personal skills.
We have another club as well, Spanish Language Club. So the goal of Spanish Language Club is really for students who are learning Spanish as a second language, and they want to take their language skills beyond the classroom. So we do a lot of events where we try to get Spanish conversation going. For example, every Wednesday we have lunch tables where students practice Spanish conversation. We had an event where we played some Mario Kart as we're conversing in Spanish. So in addition to Nuestra Voz, we also have a club for students who, maybe they didn't grow up speaking Spanish, but they'd like to learn it now in high school.
Do you guys have an upcoming meeting?
Yes, we do. Actually, on Wednesday, we're going to watch the movie Coco in Spanish, and we're going to drink hot cocoa too. That was actually our most popular event last year. So the students convinced me to do it again. So
People like hot cocoa and movies. Well, thank you all for coming on. I'm Kayla Jabitsky for CDN News.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And we're back with some Spanish club students. Oh, sorry. My name is Jane Hampton, and what are your names?
I'm Grace Millar.
I'm Ramaya Evans.
Pleasure to have you. So, what is it? So, how is it being in a Spanish club?
It's fun. I like to learn language so I can talk in different language.
I like Spanish because it teaches me different ways on how to speak to people, and you can learn a lot of new things with the history of Spanish and where it originated from.
How long have you been in Spanish club?
I've been in Spanish for 3 years now.
Same, 3 years, since freshman year.
What is your favorite word in Spanish?
Hola.
Manzana, which is apple in Spanish.
What kind of things do you guys do in Spanish?
I'm in Profe Schwab's class for Spanish 3, and we make characters, we read books, and we do movie talks. So
We do word chunk team games, which is fun. It's like a group, and then you have to say Spanish thing in English.
Do you enjoy the games?
Yeah, they're fun.
What would you say your favorite thing to do in Spanish club is?
Word chunk team games.
Or watch the movies. Yeah.
What movies have you watched?
Just bunny, rabbit thing.
Moling and Pew Pew.
Pew Pew. Yeah.
Moling and Pew Pew, and then we've watched Pat E. Matt something. I don't know what it's called, but it was about apples, picking apples.
How do you guys like Spanish club so far?
I like it.
Good.
I've been liking it for 3 years, so that's why I'm in the class.
And would you encourage students to join?
Yes.
If you want to learn different languages, I suggest you join a world language Carmel provides. And yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think that's all the questions we have. Thank you for joining.
No problem.
Bye.
Go ahead. We're programmed.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, welcome back to CDN. Today we're blessed and privileged to have a Carmel legend with us, Father Christian Shu.
It's Mr. Willie Gillespie.
Yeah, Mr. Willie Gillespie.
Thanks, guys.
You're interviewing us, so so let's.
Well, all right.
It's 2:39.
Okay. All right. Well, how's CDN been going this first semester? You're coming a little bit of halfway, or maybe even more than that. And how would you say it's progressing along?
It's going all right. We have a new addition to the show this year. Father Christian and I are beginning our own little segment every week.
Yes.
Called Carmel Today. We talk about faith and how it relates to current events. You want to talk about a little bit more?
Yeah, it's a fun opportunity to tie in church and culture.
Yeah.
And it's always a privilege and honor to be with Mr. Franklin. We have a blast, and the next show we're going to talk about too and share with the viewers why we came up with Carmel Today.
and maybe we can give a sneak peek here. But Mr. Franklin and I both grew up with and love Chicago Tonight.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
so hey, CT, Carmel Today.
Yeah, we're PBS guys.
We're PBS guys.
Yeah.
You guys getting picked up by PBS?
Yeah,
We were just talking about that. I'm hoping we can send this
Yeah.
segment over to PBS.
Yeah.
Maybe Bob Surratt is
Get
watching.
nationally syndicated.
Perhaps
that would be
nationally
super cool.
syndicated. That would be really cool. So what's going on with you? You're at Oklahoma, as we see.
Yep.
Losers yesterday. Big losers.
Yeah, big losers.
Stillwater not good for.
No, I'll say a prayer for you and the team.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's still a young team. Brent Venables is trying to get it off the ground after Lincoln Riley, who's now over at USC, so it's a work in progress. But no, that's a tough loss to Oklahoma State. They've been doing better. They started off a little rough, but now they're ranked. Now they're kind of finding themselves. But still, it's a lot of missed chances to finish off the game.
Absolutely.
There,
How about you? What are you doing at school there?
A lot of math. A lot of math, but
Favorite subject?
Not my favorite subject. It's not a big math guy, but and that's not a great thing if you're going into meteorology. But we'll get through it. But yeah, we're doing some TV stuff with OU Nightly, which is the broadcast crew down there, and getting on air and getting some exposure there. So.
Cool. And speaking of meteorology, tell us about how that's going.
It's good. It's good. I mean, you learn so much. I mean, and the thing about the program there is they start you off so that you can start from square one, and you build up on that foundation. Nice. And eventually it'll get more and more complex. But starting with the fundamentals and the basics is kind of how they introduce freshmen into the program there.
So you're saying even somebody like me could learn and maybe even be on the news?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You can add that to Carmel Today.
Yeah.
We can add that to Carmel Today.
Yeah, a little weather.
Yeah,
spot.
maybe he's your new CDN weather forecaster.
Yeah, we are still looking for a weather forecaster. But how do we replace Willie Gillespie? It's big shoes to follow.
Yeah, I think you'll find somebody and
maybe Quincy might be.
Yeah. My
In
younger
fact, is Quincy?
Is Quincy around?
Maybe
he's probably hiding. He doesn't like it.
Doesn't like cameras.
He does not like
might
cameras.
be bad. Might be a bad move.
Yeah, right. Rough start if you're trying to get into this, but
Quincy, if you're around, please come and say hi to our viewers.
He's got a Chevy start right now.
Right, rough start.
Start.
Hey, you never know. Turn that around.
You can turn that around for sure.
He could be your guy.
Well, thank you for making us laugh and making us proud here of you and what you've accomplished so far, as minuscule as it has been. But it's you can't win. You can't win.
Here, man.
No, I know, Willie. You are
Send the
working.
link.
You are working assiduously to excel in all that you do.
It's working hard.
Great.
Or
great
hardly
to
working. One of the two.
All right, we'll be right back after these words.
For CDN News, and Carmel's cross-country teams had their first meet of the season on Saturday at the Vider Invite. Let's hear from some of the team members.
My name is Noah Walshmet. Adeline Albanese. Isabella Ragusa. Sydney Kirchmarek. Izzy Bing. Nora Bamonti. Chloe Gay. Ashlyn Beebe.
Okay, what are your years?
Senior. Freshman. Freshman. Junior. 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 Freshman. Sophomore.
Okay, how do you guys feel for the first meet of the season?
Feeling pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Kind of nervous, but excited. Yeah, super excited.
We'll check in with you after the race.
Awesome.
My name is Jack Webb.
And what's your year?
I'm a freshman right now.
How do you feel before the race?
I feel pretty fired up, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Ready for your first meet?
I am, very much so.
Well, we'll check in with you after the race.
I'm Kyle Paris, I'm a junior. I'm Cole Bonham, I'm also a junior.
Are you on varsity or JV?
I'm on varsity, yes. I'm also on varsity.
How do you feel for the first meet of the season, the race?
Honestly, high school cross-country debut. Haven't run cross-country since 5th grade. I'm happy to be here because last year I was injured. So I'm honestly just happy that I get to run the race. What about you?
I'm really excited to actually start the season. It feels like it's been forever since we ran cross country last, because it has. So just excited, you know.
Carmel's cross-country teams also won a lot of awards on Saturday, with Laurel Fullerton winning 7th place for JV girls, Ben Stegman win 6th place for JV boys, and for varsity girls, we have Sydney Kitsmari in 10th place, Isabella Ranguso in 7th place, Nora Belmonte in 5th place, and Izzy Bing in 2nd place. And for varsity boys, we have Joe Ladowski in 7th place and Cole Bonham in 1st.
How do you feel you did the race?
It felt long. As a team, we did good. Yeah, it's good as a team. Good. That was good. Yeah.
Good start to the season?
Yeah. Only goes up from here, you know. Ready for counting.
I'm Jack Webb, and I just ran a race.
How do you think you did in that race?
I think I did pretty good. I tried my best. That's all I
Yeah.
could really do.
What was your time?
I think 22:22.
Pretty good. IPR. Personal record.
How was the feeling of racing in your first varsity race?
It was different. It was nice. A lot more challenge. A lot more people to pass.
What was your favorite thing about the race today?
Finishing.
Finishing?
Yeah.
That was also my favorite
Being
part. I was about to collapse. I think I actually did. All right. Love you, man.
Thank you, Cole.
All right. Good night.
Good night, CDN.
Cross country's next meet is on Wednesday at Grant. Come out and support the Carmel teams.
Hi guys, welcome back to CDN. I'm Grace Millar, and today I'm here with
Addie Walgrant
and AJ Villanueva. So they're part of the French club, and today we're going to talk a little about French. What do you like about French?
Well, in class we do a lot of fun activities and games like about learning French, and we learn about different countries that speak French, not only like in France but also like in Africa and Canada.
Oh, and like we have a French cafe, and you bring your own cup, and then the teacher washes it for you, and then you like get hot chocolate and tea, and you talk in French, and it's really good because like I'm always hungry.
What's your favorite project you've done so far, or activity?
Oh, when we watched the movie Coco Avant Chanel.
Yeah, it was about Coco Chanel, like her life before. And like for our final project last year, we had to make French dessert. So last year I made macarons, and it was super good.
I made poutine. It was not good, but lesson learned.
Yeah, it was really fun though.
Have you guys gone any to field trips for French club?
Well, over the summer I did the I don't know what it's called, but we went to Morocco and Spain, and it was really good because in Morocco they speak like French, and like I got to hear it. Yeah.
And then for French Club, every year we go to Taste of Paris, which is like a restaurant down the street, and we get to practice like our French like basic like words with them because the owners speak French, and they have really good food there.
Yeah.
How long have you been part of French club?
We've been part of it since freshman year, and we also take French all the way up until now.
Yeah, going into senior year.
And what's your favorite word in French?
Chio.
My favorite word is sherry.
What is it?
Okay.
Bye guys.
That's it for CDN. Bye.
So I first started thinking about teaching as a career when I was a junior in high school, and I began tutoring friends in chemistry and math. When I got to college, I was still doing tutoring in those subjects as well as English, but I also knew I wanted to go to law school. And so for me, teaching was something that I had planned to do sort of eventually. I was going to semi-retire and become a teacher as if what we do isn't a ton of work. Ultimately, I went to law school, graduated. I practiced for about 4 years doing probate law. I was just in a bad situation, an unhealthy relationship with my boss, the principal attorney at the firm. And when my dad passed away in the September of 2012, I sort of took it as an opportunity to re-examine what I was doing. I was waking up miserable every morning for work, and I just didn't want that anymore. Ultimately, my wife sort of supported my decision to go back to school. So I went back to school. I got my teaching license and my master's in teaching from National Louis University. And I did my student teaching here at Carmel in the spring of 2014, and I've been here ever since. So to me, teaching is an opportunity to mold the future. And I know that that's a cheesy answer, But if I could take it from a selfish perspective, I know that the students that I have the opportunity to teach at Carmel are going to go on and do great things. The fact that I can play some small part in that I can make them more critical of the world around them, more aware of the world around them, and influence them in some little way, means that selfishly I get to take a little bit of credit for the awesome things that they're going to do as they get older. So truly, I believe that the work that we do as teachers is making the world a better place, but doing it on such a grand scale, because every life we touch, ultimately, we get to take a little bit of credit for that and the work that they do making the world a better place.
Hey guys, welcome back to Round the Roundabout, the show where we ask questions in the roundabout at the end of the school day. My name is Julia Taylor. We got Mark Fisher on camera. Let's hit it. What president is on the $5 bill?
Abraham Lincoln.
What president is on the $5 bill? Is that George Washington? If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Ice cream.
A milkshake.
A dessert, I'm basic, but chocolate?
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
Ryan, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Every day.
What president is on the $5 bill? Abe Lincoln.
Ain't it Lincoln?
Yeah. If you were a dessert, what would you be? Ice cream.
Chocolate chip.
A dessert? Like a piece of cake. Maybe some ice cream. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Yeah, yesterday.
If you were a dessert, what would you be? Myself. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
If you were a dessert, what would you be? Creme brulee. The Roman Empire.
I am the Roman Empire.
What president? Lincoln.
What president is on the $5 bill? Barack Obama. Abraham Lincoln. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
If you were a dessert, what would you be? A brownie. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
About the Roman Empire. I think about it every day. That's where I'm from.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Pie, apple pie. That's my favorite dessert.
If you were a dessert, what would you be? A sugar cookie. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Double it and give it to the next person.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Probably like once a week.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Probably like once a week.
If you were a dessert, what would you be?
Chocolate.
Macaroon? Okay. Cute. I can actually see that. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.
I am here with Cadell and Janaeus to talk about Garden Club. So, what do you guys do in Garden Club?
So we recently we made we split up in different teams, and some teams harvest, some teams compost, if I'm correct. And then what do you do, Cadell?
Yeah, so just maintaining all the gardens, Elijah's garden, all the things, weeding, watering, harvesting, and right now we planted a cover crop to cover the ground over the winter.
Yeah. So, when do you guys meet?
We meet Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, and we spend about like an hour and a half out in the garden, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, service hours.
Yeah. Service hours, is that the St. Credion Society?
Yeah, so you can get service hours for the St. Kateriana Society.
Or you can go to the required Christian service hours.
Yep.
Okay. So, are there any events beyond the garden that you do? Club?
No, not really. It's
No.
mostly just maintaining the garden. Particularly like during the actual growing season. So there's not a whole lot right now, but I think we'll start meeting again in a few
Soon
weeks.
in December, probably.
Who's your teacher moderator?
Mrs. T. Titterton.
Miss T.
Yeah.
So, any more information, contact Miss Titterton. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks for everyone that was on today. And that's all we have for today. Carmel?
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. Taking a look at your football forecast tonight. Against Providence at 6 o'clock, we'll start off with cloudy conditions, 71 degrees, but by the time we get to halftime, we will have thunderstorms, and they will last through the end of the game.
Today will be awesome. We'll have sun all day, getting up to 68 around 2 p.m. Looks like a great day to get out and enjoy it because the next few days will be messy.
Catholic, taking a look at this tornado from Waukegan on Tuesday. National Weather Service went out for the survey and determined it was an EF1 tornado.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Temperatures outside are in the mid to low 30s. Waukegan at 36 right now. Woodstock at 33. Elgin at 34.
Today, and that front is going to lift north of our area. Gulf moisture, I should say Gulf air, because there is moisture, but it's not going to affect us.
And since it is National Willie Weatherman, is Willie out there right now?
Yes,
Willie, come in here.
Willie in.
Willie, come in here. We want to show our appreciation from you for you.
Yes, thank you, Willie.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Get down.
Yes.
Yes.
It's been an honor.
It's been an honor to know you.
Yep.
This is America's weatherman.
Yes, he is.
Thanks,
Now
guys.
let's get to a street
Weather with
weather
Willie.
update.
Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Willie Gillespie, meteorologist here at Carmel Catholic. Welcome to the Carmel Digital Network News at 8. This is a coronavirus special report.
Welcome, Weatherman Willie. How have you been?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
I've been doing great, but I had a really important question for you because, as you can see, I'm wearing my snow jacket and my winter hat. And I wanted to know if the snow outside was snowman making snow, because I would very much like to make one of those.
Yeah, it's definitely snowman making snow. It's really heavy, really wet. Unfortunately, I mean, you see right now temperature is 38 degrees, so it is going to be melting gradually throughout the day.
Hey, Willie, how you doing today, bud?
Pretty good, guys. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How's the weather up there in the studio?
It's pretty nice. Unfortunately, we're going to be under a lot of clouds for the rest of the day. Weekend is not looking so great either. You can see right now at 49 degrees.
Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back. We started off 69 degrees across the area. Partly cloudy skies right now, and a light wind out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour.
Good morning, happy Friday morning. Starting off at 52 degrees this morning, and sunset time tonight has dropped below 7 p.m. 6:55 p.m. is the sunset time tonight. Good morning, happy Friday, Carmel. Sunny right now and 61 degrees. A cool start this morning. A southwest wind at 8 miles per hour.
Happy Friday too. I'm Willie Gillespie. Starting off sunny this morning at 58 degrees. Light wind out of the west at 9 miles per hour. Not a bad way to start off this Friday morning. High temperatures, our current temperatures, I should say, right now, 62 in North Chicago. Out in Rockford, it's 54, so out
Good
west.
morning, happy Friday. We're starting off not too bad. Elmhurst at 59 degrees, DeKalb at 50 degrees, heading up north.
I'm Willie Gillespie. I'm a sophomore. I'm the on-air meteorologist here at CDN, and I'm going to be bringing you the weather every Friday morning to make sure you're prepared for the weather to come over the weekend. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Starting off with temperatures in the upper teens and low 20s. Although at the lakefront, you're in the upper 20s right now. 27 in Waukegan, 23 in Mettawa. Right now, 19 in Fox Lake, 17 in Twin Lakes. Harvard at 16 degrees, and Beloit at 15 down to the South Cities at 30.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's been a crazy 2 years, but we are back on the air for the Carmel Digital Network. This is the news at 8 o'clock. We're starting off with your weather forecast here.
Finally, with your weekend forecast, the one you've all been waiting for.
Weatherman Willie! Willie Gillespie, right now we are at 66 degrees.
Now, the one you've all been waiting for.
Our most talented
and professional.
Weatherman Willie!
Willie Gillespie, it's 60 degrees right now at 8 o'clock.
The one we have all been waiting for.
The one.
And the only. Weatherman Willie!
Happy Friday. Currently mostly sunny skies out there, 68 degrees, humidity at 78%.
Now, for the one you've all been waiting for.
Everyone's favorite weatherman.
Weatherman Willie!
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Right now we are at 60 degrees, mostly sunny skies out there.
Now it's time for
Everyone's favorite weatherman. Weatherman!
I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning. Right now, a brisk 41 degrees. There was some frost out there in our outlying areas.
Now for the one you've all waited for.
Carmel's official meteorologist, Weatherman Willie!
Morning, Carmel Catholic. Happy Friday. I'm Willie Gillespie. We're starting off right now at 37 degrees. Cool start this morning. Good morning, I'm Willie Gillespie here with our varsity dance team, and they are going to state for the first time in Carmel history. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
40. There'll be a live stream link if you would like to watch.
Good luck and congratulations.
And now it's time for Carmel's very own meteorologist, Weatherman Willie.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. 8 degrees right now out there, and we do have a little bit of lake effect snow, which we'll get into in a minute. But right now in Mundelein, it is cloudy.
And now
It's time
for your favorite weatherman,
Weatherman Willie.
Woo!
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning. 15 degrees out there right now. We have partly cloudy, even some sunny skies out there.
Hey Vance, how's the weather today?
I have absolutely no idea.
Let's ask Willie.
I'm Willie Gillespie. Happy Friday morning, and we're currently experiencing mostly sunny skies out there. 24 degrees right now.
Have a fantastic, funky, fabulous Friday, Carmel.
Aren't we forgetting something?
What? Like, oh yeah, Willie the Weatherman.
Happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's 37 degrees out there right now, and we do have some precipitation in the area, like we have most mornings this week.
Finally, it's the last edition of the year. Say hello and then goodbye to your all-time favorite weatherman, the one and only Weatherman Willie.
Catholic, happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's good to be back with you this morning. We are at 68 degrees already this morning, mostly sunny skies out there. That, we are going to transition into weather. So whoever is in our control room, can we transfer our camera to weather? All right, and for the first time, actually since 20. How are we doing this morning, guys?
Fantastic.
Really good. See, we've got some posters here. This is for Powder Puff.
Yeah,
it's game day, baby!
Yeah!
And again, as always, we do apologize if we blow out any speakers there. As always, so good morning, guys. Thank you for coming on. It wouldn't be Friday without you.
It's a pleasure. You know what day it is, Willie?
It's game day!
Stefan, I hope our equipment is not fried back there. We've got Earth and Hangry Bird with us this morning. Earth, you want to talk a little bit about the climate?
Well, if you can't tell, there's been some changes.
Yeah. Good morning. I'm Willie Gillespie, anchoring the Thursday show this morning. Aaron and Hope are out. They have a world history test with Mr. Smith. Well, welcome to the CDN News at 8. It's 8:03. And right now, the snow is coming down at a pretty good pace. It's slowed down just a bit over the past minute or so that I've been out here, but just a few minutes ago, it was really coming down. Good morning, Hope and Maddie. It's cold, really cold. That's pretty much the forecast. Take a look right now, 24 degrees out there, mostly cloudy skies. Live outside on our weather deck here in the courtyard, and we are currently all snow right here in Mundelein. It's funny, I was coming in around 6:45 this morning, and it was a mix of snow, rain, and sleet, but now we've transitioned to all snow this morning.
Also, a very special happy birthday to CDN's own Chief Meteorologist William Gillespie. He's turning 18 years old today. If you see him in the halls, please wish him a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Willie. That's all we have for today. I'm Aaron Risley.
And I'm Vance Conway. Have a terrific Tuesday, Carmel.